Ram Trucks kickoff. Trojans. That singular word carries clout, gravity, excellence, which can be fear-inducing at times for opponents. But hey, don't tell that to Tulane. These neophytes are poised and ready for a monumental flight. By air is how they got here, by road as well. They've arrived, they're here, and they've been embraced by all of New Orleans, taking on the Heisman Trophy winner, the best player in college football today, Caleb Williams, by far. And folks, today you're going to see maybe the best player you've never heard of, Tyjae Spears, who has disemboweled and dismembered defenses to the tune of almost 1,400 yards rushing. Welcome everyone to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, the 87th edition here from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's the American Conference against the Pac-12. As we take a look at the Ram Trucks program spotlight, both these squads have experienced resurrections, resuscitations. Last year, Tulane winning just 2 games, USC just 4. But look at the marked, pointed improvement. Both teams with 11 wins this year. And by the way, if Tulane wins this, they can set history. A moment ago, Quinn Kesnick stood by with the architect of that turnaround.
Coach, you and your team get off the bus, you come into the arena. What emotions are you dealing with?
Well, just an exciting time right now. It's really, really a big deal for Tulane University, our football program, the city of New Orleans. We're just all very, very excited to be here.
When you boil it down, what do you think was most critical to the turnaround this season?
Well, I just think, great senior leadership. I thought our coaches did a phenomenal job. We got talented kids, and we put them in the right spots to be successful.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the equation, USC has won the national championship 11 times, and with Lincoln Riley in Los Angeles now, number 12 might be closer than you think. A year ago at this time, he was leading the Oklahoma Sooners on their path, and he has made a resounding impact in Los Angeles with USC, standing by with Quint.
The trajectory of the season, what's the mindset of USC as we get close towards kickoff?
We're excited to be here. This is, being in a New Year's Six game, year one, is obviously a huge step for our program. And it's taken a lot of hard work to get here. It's been a great season. I'm going to get a chance to come play in the Cotton Bowl. Come play in this venue is a great finishing step for us.
What are logical and fair expectations for your quarterback, Caleb Williams, today, given his hamstring injury a month ago?
Well, he's not 100%, but he's made some nice progress. We were fortunate that we had the amount of time that we had after the previous game for him to recover. Our training staff has done a great job with him to try to get him ready. And listen, he's a competitor. I mean, there was no way that he was not going to play in this game.
Thank you, Coach.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones. From all of us at ESPN to all of you at home, a belated Happy New Year. Got a Heisman Trophy winner on the field and one in the booth, Robert Griffin III. You saw Quinn a moment ago. Robert, I'm really looking forward to seeing Caleb Williams, who, in the big picture, has meant so much to USC and to college football this year.
Yeah, he really has, and I'm just so excited that he's playing, right? This is the only bowl game out there that has a Heisman Trophy winner playing in it, and Caleb Williams has meant everything, as you said, Mark, to college football. He's just a microcosm of what's going on. NIL, the good hair, right? Everything that he's got going on for him, and he's showing the toughness by coming out here and playing today.
Teams taking the field right now against this team from Tulane out of the American Conference, 11-2 coming into this one. And Robert, before we talk about this game, big picture,
couple
of great college football playoff semifinals a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were the greatest ever. I mean, to be honest with you, the way the TCU game went, a lot of people didn't think that TCU could hang with Michigan. I just so happened to be one of them since we called the game, and TCU knew that they had something special in store. And then the way the Georgia-Ohio State game ended, just high scoring. Everyone thought Georgia would just kind of suppress all the points, and they had to get the mailman Stetson Bennett to bring them back in comeback fashion to get a win. I mean, it was just a special weekend, man.
We've seen Caleb Williams make so many big plays going back to last year as a freshman. We got a Heisman winner on the field, one in the booth. We're going to do the Heisman thing and come back with a kickoff in just a few moments.
It'll be a dogfight.
Into the end zone, Spears! Touchdown, Tulane!
magically
looking for Brown. He's wide open and waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown USC.
This is forever one of the most iconic games in our sport.
You're watching the Ram Trucks kickoff.
Let's go.
Griffin wants to take it in. RG3, touchdown Bears.
It's a highlight reel tonight.
Touchdown Caleb Williams, touchdown USC.
Throws the football like you throw your laundry on the floor, effortlessly.
All eyes on me, all eyes on us.
If you can go to the Heisman, you wear your best suit, your best shoes, and your best socks.
Here come the kids.
Welcome, everyone, to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. It's the 87th edition of this historic game and the fourth meeting all time between USC and Tulane. And here come the Trojans out of the Pac-12. 11-2. Question begs, what will their response be coming off that loss against Utah in the conference championship game? Mark Jones, Robert Griffin III back again, Quinn Kesnick down in the field. Caleb Williams took apart defenses this year to the tune of 37 touchdown passes, but we're going to have to watch how closely and how well he runs in this game.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's got unbelievable talent. If it was golf, he's got every single club in his bag that he needs. So let me show you a little bit what they do on offense. Right here, they're going to put so much stress on the safeties. They run a deep sit to kind of block the guy, a deep cross with a post and a curl on the outside. Caleb Williams isn't going to get bogged down by the safeties taking the deep sit and the deep cross. He sees the big picture, shows you his vision, and the arm strength, a 53-yard dime to Jordan Addison for a touchdown. But that's just not it. Look at this creativity and improvisation. I got to give a shout out to the offensive line. They gave this man 4.1 seconds in a beautiful pocket, but also he's got eyes in the back of his head. Watch him as he scrambles around, keeps his eyes downfield. But when he decides to go, this man is electric. Strong runner, elusive, and he's got swag for days. And then this one, the pocket movement and the toughness. If you didn't know, he tore his hamstring in the first quarter of this game of the Pac-12 championship. Doesn't matter. Woo-hoo, makes a guy miss. Then he stands in the face of adversity, stares down the barrel, and throws a dime down the middle of the field. His toughness cannot be questioned. He's here today playing despite having an injury that should have sidelined him for multiple months. The guy loves this team. He loves his coaches. And look at this guy. Today, he's going to come out here and try to do something special.
Meanwhile, Caleb Williams, look at those impressive numbers. 4,070 yards passing this year. Fourth most in college football in the FBS. And they've had a lot of changes, though, on that offensive line. We'll chronicle that in just a few moments. Robert, what is he worth, though, to USC?
Everything.
Literally.
Some people say, hey, we don't like the transfer portal. We don't like NIL. We don't want to hear about these things. Well, USC got a Heisman Trophy out of the transfer portal. They got double-digit wins for the first time in 5 seasons from the transfer portal. And that means Caleb Williams means everything to this city and to this school.
And there he is down on the field getting ready. USC will get the football first. That means we'll see Williams on the field first as Tulane won the toss, deferring to the second half. Lincoln Riley in his first year on the sidelines. We'll see that rebuilt and reconstructed offensive line for USC on this opening offensive series of the football game. Malik Brown back deep. And they'll take it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Let's go down to Quint.
You know, Caleb Williams did not come out in the early part of warm-ups when the quarterbacks and wide receivers came out. Gave you a little pause. It's a little abnormal, but he did show up with 86 minutes left on the clock. Came out in his white shirt. He had his rib guards on and the black knee sleeve, and went through a pretty rigorous warm-up. It reminded me of a Mark Jones light cardio day. Culminating with some sprints. And he showed really good speed in his last sprint. This is a collaborative effort between their sports medicine and strength and conditioning teams using GPS to track his speed. He looks somewhere near 90%.
And they've got a lot of resources to get him right. He hands it off to Austin Jones on first down. Darius Hodges making the tackle. I talked about the offensive line. It's been redone because, in particular, Andrew Voorhees electing to pass on the game and get healthy and get ready for the NFL draft. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Williams out of the shotgun. Taj Washington, number 16, their leading receiver coming into the game here, available. Jordan Addison not playing. They'll hand it off. Jones again picks up a first down out to about the 37-yard line as we take a look at Robert Griffin III's keys.
Yes, one of the keys is ride the wave. Your best players have to play their best today. That's Caleb Williams, whether it's Austin Jones out of the backfield. When you're talking about top it off, both teams have to limit the big plays. When you come off such a delay, the fundamentals can kind of go away. And protect and serve. Protect your quarterback and run the football to the best of your ability. I love the fact that USC came out and ran the ball in the first 2 plays.
That's one of Tulane's weaknesses defensively. Their run defense has been porous at times this year. As for their pass defense, they got some good heat on Williams. That pass was ruled incomplete. Hodges with good pressure. Just called his name. He's their best pass rusher up front. Both he and Macon Clark with good heat. It sets up 2nd down and 10. Williams completed 66% of his passes this year. Sophomore out of Washington, D.C. and Barack Obama Elementary School.
It's a pretty cool school to go to.
Yes. Right? And he does have the audacity of hope. That pass complete right near the first down marker to Mario Williams. Brought down by Young. His forward progress is going to be marked short of that first down. Looked like they didn't get a great spot on that. Let's take another look here, Robert.
Yeah, just good ball placement right there by Caleb Williams, going to his brother Mario Williams. And I mean brother from a different mother, not literally brothers. But at the end of the day, these two guys are going to have a big impact on this game because there is no Jordan Addison. Caleb is going to lean on the guy that he has the most familiarity with.
3rd and 2, going to throw it. Open for the first down at the 44-yard line. Mario Williams, his namesake, with another catch. And that moves the chains.
Man, it feels good when you're making a good point, Mark, and then they go right back to him. Mario Williams, you see him, just suddenness at the top of the route, breaks it off, creates that separation. Mark, I think you could have completed that one to him right there.
Yeah, I'd make that. Like you said, looked like one of my active recovery days down there for Caleb Williams warming up. So far, he's moved around pretty well in the pocket. They're going to run it. Ooh. He keeps it himself. Slips and falls at about the 40-yard line, but good agility there. The pickup 4 yards. Dorian Williams making the tackle. Look at this move.
Yeah, look, he puts him. Whoop. Dorian Williams, one of the best defenders on Tulane, puts him in a spin cycle, gets his feet up, and then preserves himself when he knows he can't take any big hits.
Yeah, we talk about his throwing prowess. That's what he did on the ground this year. Averaged a little over 3 yards per rush, 10 touchdowns included. 2nd and 6.
You know what I love seeing so far from Caleb is he's not trying to do too much. You saw that spin there, but he's just been getting the ball out, playing point guard right now, letting his guys get going.
Surveys. And now it's going to take off, slides in at about the 35-yard line. Dorian Williams limits that gain to 4 yards. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, you can see it from his viewpoint. He's just going to scan the field from left to right, working through his progressions, and then when it's time to go, it's time to go. Seems a little hesitant, not trying to run too quick out of the gates, but it is good to see him moving around. I know that's given his team a lot of confidence that he is back and ready to roll.
That's better than he was moving the last time we saw him against Utah.
100%.
Play clock at 5. They're going to run it and pick up the first down. Austin Jones, who averaged almost 6 yards per rush this year, moves the chains, picked up 2, just enough. That was the ball at the 34-yard line.
You know, Mark, had an opportunity to call USC spring game this year, and Austin Jones was a guy that the coaches pointed out. You know, offensive coordinator Dennis Simmons said not a lot of people know this guy's name, but by the end of the year they will, and I think that's true. And he's getting a chance to be the star here for the last few weeks because Travis Dye is out with an injury. They have to keep running the football and run it effectively today. That is when their offense is the most balanced.
Williams hands it off again. Jones inside the 30. Talk about the absence of Travis Dye, big-time player, second team All Pac-12. Ball security high and tight, right, Robert?
Oh yeah, a little Tiki Barber action there. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make. Hey, little slippage right there.
Yeah.
You look at him, look down, like, hey man, I don't know if that logo, something's going on right there. But you want to make sure you have all those points of protection there, bicep next to the chest, keep it high and tight so the defense can't get it out.
Like they had a little check with me by Caleb Williams. Got it out quickly on the slant, incomplete. Washington had it in his hands and couldn't squeeze. Williams put it right where it had to be, but it sets up a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, you'll see Caleb, nice throw, and Taj Washington just tried to run without the ball. All my young receivers out there, make sure you look it in before you try to go do something with it.
Transfer from Memphis. Got to love that leadership there by Caleb Williams, though. It's all good.
100% saying, hey, just calm down. You good? Sometimes the fundamentals can leave you from a month being off. Maybe that drop could lead to a big game for Taj Washington.
3rd and 6 on the receiver screen, complete. And a nice effort after the catch. Looks like it's going to be a little bit short. Raleek Brown, running back, was out as a receiver and appears to be about a foot short of that first down. Interesting decision coming up here for Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, I think the only decision here is to go for it. Be aggressive. Come out, show your offensive line. You got 5 of them starting in new positions. The first game all starting together. Show them that you trust them. Run the ball, do a quarterback sneak, something here.
4th and 1.
Looks like they're going to be in the shotgun, so QB sneak is off.
Austin Jones in the backfield. And Lincoln Riley going to burn his first of 3 timeouts. Williams, the Heisman Trophy winner, directing traffic when we come back for 4th and short. Going to commercial, here's what transpired on the USC side of the field.
Yeah, you know, Caleb Williams is telling Lake McCree, look at me, I'm on the field. Don't look at the coaches. I'm the quarterback. If I'm telling you to do something, go and do it. I love that type of leadership. But what was he saying to him, Mark?
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain
I'm the captain now. I got the Heisman. 12th play of the drive coming up. 4th and short. Williams going to line up under center. Going to keep it himself. Looked like he had enough surge to pick up that first down. Tulane trying to say that they stopped him and the ball came out, one or the other, but yeah, that's going to be a first down.
You know, we called it before the break. Hey, you only got a few inches to get. Go quarterback sneak. Right here, he clearly gets the first down. Then they push him back. All the extracurriculars are going on. But hey, first down. Lincoln Riley trusting that offensive line. Let's give it up to them. They're playing extremely well right now on this drive, despite all the mix and matching they've done over the last month.
Jones in the backfield with McCree. Williams gets it out. Threw it behind his tight end, Lake McCree. It'll be 2nd down and 10. A rare miss that time for a guy that completed 66% of his passes this year. You know, everybody talked about the hamstring and what kind of fitness he would bring into the game, but there was never any doubt that Caleb Williams would play in this game, Robert, if healthy. He said, hey, we've been through the past 12 months together. I need to be out there and finish it with my guys. Raleek Brown in the backfield. Gives it to Brown, trying to get to the edge. Great pursuit by the Tulane secondary. And Lance Robinson came up from his corner support spot and put a big hit on him.
Yeah, talk about this. Caleb Williams being the banged up hamstring. Now he's got something going on with his left hand. You see him there flexing it. Us quarterbacks, we don't like to tell everybody what's going on.
Right.
But if you watch for the small details, you can tell that something is bothering him. We need to watch that for the rest of the game.
3rd and long. They go empty here. Wide open underneath Rice. And Rice has the first down at about the 11-yard line. Boy, they spread out that secondary, Robert, and Williams had his choice.
Yeah, it was just a beautiful rub route underneath between Brendan Rice and Mario Williams. Brendan Rice, the son of Jerry Rice, showing you he knows how to get skinny, gets the first down. Caleb Williams, once again, just being the point guard, delivering from the pocket. It looks like USC doesn't have that much rust coming off of that month being off.
Impressive opening drive here. Lincoln Riley said they really loved having that time off. Williams hands it off to Austin Jones inside the 10 to about the 9. Picked up 3 on the play. It's week 17 and we have a big AFC Monday Night Football matchup for you. Josh Allen and the 12-3 Bills taking on Joe Burrow and the 11-4 Bengals. 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific on ESPN, ABC, ESPN2, Deportes, and ESPN Plus. Our coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown at 7 on ESPN2. And Robert Griffin III on that. Okay, so who in the booth today might have to run because his lovely bride Grete might be having a baby sometime soon. You're going to stick around on me today, right?
I'm going to stick around. And listen, I got that.
We need to talk to her, though.
I got that call in the Fiesta Bowl. Just when you're a father and you get that call from your wife saying, "Hey, I think I might be going into labor," you drop everything you're doing, and you try to make it. And being 6 hours away was really nerve-wracking. But luckily, God allowed her and the baby to hold on, and it was a false alarm in that regard. But I'm still watching my phone every single second.
You got a 2-minute offense that won't stop. Williams gets it out on the receiver screen. Complete touchdown, Jackson. Michael Jackson. Thriller. An impressive, methodical, invariable drive for the score.
And it's just a simple zone read. We're going to run the little quick screen to the outside. And Michael Jackson III says it's time to beat it.
Boy, Jackson with his 5th touchdown catch of the season, 4th of his career. And the 38th touchdown pass for the Heisman Trophy winner, Caleb Williams. 17 plays, 75 yards, eclipsing 9:02 on the clock. How's that for impressive? The USC Trojans in the building tonight in Arlington when we come back.
The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic is brought to you by Goodyear. Discover the possibilities. Goodyear, more driven. And Taco Bell. Taco Bell is giving back to students all postseason long by giving them free tickets to the biggest bowl games of the year.
You know, we're here, and we got USC just goes on that long drive, but in pregame, we see Tulane rocking the glasses and everything, and I'm saying, hey, who's cooler than who? Listen, my family's from New Orleans, Louisiana, so I know they know how to get down there, and we're going to see if they can get down on the football field here today, trying to go out and secure the greatest turnaround in FBS history from being 2-10 last year to possibly becoming 12-2 with a win today. Man, Willie Fritz has this green wave rolling.
Man, that swag was dumb coming off the bus today.
The hats, the glasses, everything about it was a vibe.
This will come out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line, and that's where we go to Q.
During that last stoppage, Caleb Williams, whose question marks were about his hamstring, entered the medical tent for their staff to look at his left hand. ring finger, pinky finger of that left hand. The Heisman winner is in the tent.
Back everyone to Arlington. Let's take a look at today's Chick-fil-A impact players. Robert.
Yes, for Tulane, you got Tyjae Spears. This offense runs through him. He's physical. He doesn't just like breaking long runs, but he also loves blocking for his quarterback and pass protection. And then for USC, Tuli Pelotu, leading the country in sacks with 12.5. This guy plays all over the field. Can't wait to show you exactly what he does best.
First down and 10. Here's Spears. Nice gain of about 7 on first down. Has 7 consecutive 100-yard rushing games coming into this one today, which leads the FBS. 5'11" junior out of Louisiana. A great comeback story, too. Missed the first 6 games last year with an ACL injury. And unbridled confidence, imbued with confidence coming into this one against USC. On 2nd and 4, a little option. And a first down. Spears took a hit on the corner from Max Williams, but moved the chains.
You know, Mark, when we talked to Tyjae Spears this week leading up to the game, the confidence that he had, just the unbelievable preparation that they have taken, they expected to be here in this moment because of the amount of work that they had put in. And his head coach, Willie Fritz, he said he's a tough boot. Now, if I ever heard a more country saying, I would say it. But he said he's a tough boot. I don't have any boots, so I don't know how tough they are. But Tyjae Spears brings that type of intensity.
Little play fake. Pratt on the move. Going to try and run it. Steps out of bounds at about the 38. Almost getting back to the line of scrimmage. Michael Pratt ran for about 33 yards per game this season. Good mobility, lost a yard on that play. What do you make of his running skills, Robert?
Oh, I love his running skills, but I love his game, too. Each year he's been playing, he's gotten incrementally better. I'll diagram that for you a little bit later, but he also led the American Conference in passing efficiency. Only 5 interceptions, 25 touchdown passes, and 10 rushing. He has been efficient all season long, and a big reason they've had 11 wins.
Hands it off to Spears. Cut it inside and brought down right at the line of scrimmage by McCutcheon. That's a 3rd down and long for Michael Pratt at quarterback for Tulane. A guy who is characterized by coaches as competitive, has great retention, picks things up quickly, and processes quickly as well. He's going to need it here.
You know, here on 3rd and 11, you don't want to let 3rd and long beat you. His coach said oftentimes he can overthink things. If the check down is there, throw it. Don't try to create too much here early in the football game.
Little bunch formation at the bottom of the screen. Pratt's going to take off and come up about 2 yards short of the first down near midfield. Figueroa making the tackle on the play. A 9-yard gain, but about 2 yards short. Pratt looking over to the sidelines at his head coach, Willie Fritz. And they're going to send the punt team out. Casey Glover will punt. That offense for Tulane was remodeled during the offseason, Robert, a big part of their success this year.
Yes, their offensive coordinator, Jim Svoboda. You know, first year with the team, coming over from Central Missouri as the head coach after 11 years there, it really paid off. Their offense has taken off and is exactly why they are here today.
Little directional punting away from Jackson. It takes a great bounce for Tulane. And it's going to be down at about the 5-yard line. We'll see how Caleb Williams follows up the longest opening drive in Cotton Bowl history of 75 yards the last time out. When we come back, got some great all access for you.
Let's go. Go win that inner battle. Go win that inner battle. Go win that inner battle. What's all about? Win that inner battle. Here we go. Win that inner battle. Let's go, fellas. Have a day. Have a day.
Lincoln Riley with his transfer quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams back out for the 2nd series of the football game. Throwing out of the end zone under duress. Got it off. Got a man and overshot him at the 45. Kyle Ford was open. And Williams would love to have that one back.
Oh boy. You know, talking to offensive coordinator Dennis Simmons, he said that Kyle Ford is a lot faster than people give him credit for, but he's not quite that fast.
Okay.
That was like Tyreek Hill might have been able to run that one down. Caleb's got to calm down, take a deep breath, because he had a great matchup there down the field wide open.
Let's go down to Quinn.
Caleb's elusive nature in the pocket, that's his special sauce. That's his superpower.
Playing with that left hand that was being examined in the tent. Big hit on Austin Jones. A little over the 10-yard line. Hodges and Dorian Williams making the stop on the play. A gain of 6. It'll be third coming up for USC.
Yeah, you're going to see Dorian Williams, number 2, and Darius Hodges all over the field today. Darius Hodges actually led the American Conference in tackles for loss last year. This year, defensive coordinator Chris Hampton said, hey, we did a little bit more drop 8, so it hurt his stats, but he's still an enforcer for them on the defensive side of the ball.
Williams has a interesting configuration of wrap on his non-throwing hand, his left hand. Good news is he throws it with his right, and he got a man downfield to the 45, Washington. And Taj Washington run out of bounds and a first down for the Trojans. He wasn't going to overthrow his man twice.
No, he wasn't. Nice semi-roll. Williams reads it high to low, and there's his man Taj Washington. Hey, remember he had that drop earlier?
Yeah.
Said, hey, maybe that drop was going to set him up for a big game. Well, that was a big 53-yard gain right there from USC. He more than made up for that drop.
Into the short side of the field, receiver screen, and a tackle immediately made on Hudson by Jarius Monroe. Williams was shaken up a little bit earlier. We talked about the non-throwing hand. His left hand, you see him kind of flexing it and being looked at by the athletic training staff. Went into the tent after that and emerged with, looks like a piece of tape on his ring finger. Didn't look like that a moment ago.
No, it didn't. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having the tape there on the non-throwing hand. You know, as long as your throwing hand is fine, you can grip the ball like this on a flea flicker. You should be good.
Got a man downfield in the end zone. Incomplete. Mario Williams just got his fingertips on it, but was running out of real estate in the back of the end zone. It'll be third and long coming up. Well, they're going deep into the playbook here, Robert.
Yeah, Austin Jones, little flea flicker action. They protected up really, really well. And when you're this short on the field, that's why Caleb Williams drove the ball so much. Just the receiver there at the very end, Mario Williams, trying to get his feet in and also secure the catch, just ran out of space.
Third and 11. Malik Brown will line up as a receiver. They go empty. 5 wideouts. Here he is, Brown on the receiver screen. Got the first down. Great execution and a great block by Taj Washington to clear the path. So this is an impressive drive on the heels of the longest opening drive in bowl history a moment ago. 17 plays. 13-yard gain on that last play.
Yeah, you see it right there. Longest opening drive in Cotton Bowl history. And what they're doing is protecting Caleb Williams, getting the ball out fast, and allowing their playmakers to make plays.
Illegal substitution, offense, 12 players in formation, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, this is not the CFL, so that's going to be a penalty. Robert, what do you make of the offensive line so far? So much noise about it coming into the game with guys who are in and not in.
Yeah, these guys are seizing their opportunity. It seems like the only thing that can slow down USC's offense right now is the referees throwing flags. So that pushes them back just a little bit, but you got to take your hat off to them. No one thought that they'd be able to perform this way, especially after the starting line gave up 7 sacks to Utah in the Pac-12 championship.
Williams gets it out quick. Incomplete, intended for Williams again. Sets up a third down and long. And wow, where did that first quarter go? It was in his pocket.
First quarter.
Caleb Williams has his team leading 7-0.
So close.
Missing by that much. Back for the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Celebrating the challenge of road games everywhere. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear, more driven. From all of us at ESPN to all of you at home, a belated Happy New Year, even if you were the guy with the lampshade on your head at midnight, dancing around. No names. Nobody on blast up here. 2nd and 15 for USC from the 24.
You know, Mark, so far on offense, they've had 7 different guys have a reception. They're spreading it around beautifully. That's what you like, to have that balance to keep the defense off guard.
There he goes on the ground again. Austin Jones picks up about 3. Patrick Jenkins making the tackle on the play. This USC offense has been pretty balanced for most of the year, and right now dominating the time of possession. 3rd and 12 coming up. They got to get to the 9.
In these situations, they've gone to these screens because they see this defense playing so far off. Let's see if they go to it again.
Got a trips bunch formation to the top of the screen. Caleb Williams moving around, got rid of it right in the middle of the field, complete for a first down. Brendan Rice still on his feet, but there's a flag down all the way back at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be holding on the offense, I think.
Yeah, Cortland Ford, number 74.
Holding. Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
He had a grab at Nick Anderson, who's one of the leaders of that Tulane defense.
Yeah, you're going to see him right there on the edge. Right there. Little hold. Oh, trying to choke that man out. And then he hit him. Then he clubbed him in the back of the head.
Man.
What is this, WWE?
Really? Referee wasn't watching. Well, he was in this case. Going to back it up.
Kimmy
sets up a scenario from the 32 now. We got a timeout on the field. ESPN is proud to support the College Football Playoff Foundation and its Extra Yard for Teachers initiative by recognizing thousands of great teachers every year. Together, we are doing more to uplift the teaching profession than any other sports entity in the country. For more about Extra Yard for Teachers, follow at CFP Extra Yard. Great teachers change lives. 3rd and 22. Williams with all day. Still on the loose. Flings it. Caught at the 2. Rice at the 1. Wow, what a miraculous grab by Brendan Nice.
Look how much time Caleb Williams bought on that play. If we can get a stopwatch at some point to track it, they're going hurry up right here, getting to the line. But my goodness, the backdoor cut, the throw to Rice on the goal line.
Wow. Austin Jones runs it. He's going to be stopped for a loss of about 2. That was a 30-yard gain, Robert.
Yeah, you know, at times they try to catch the defense off guard by running the ball there. But let's go back to that beautiful catch. He rolled the dice on Rice, and he won. Brendan Rice comes back. That's what we talk about when we say, hey, receivers, protect your quarterback. Step back to the football when it's in the air and let it be known that it is yours. Brendan Rice did that right there. That's the definition of an HBO, fellas. Help a brother out.
2nd and goal. Brown in the backfield. Williams into the end zone. Back shoulder fade, incomplete. Broken up nicely by Jarius Monroe, the all-conference performer in the American Conference. First team. 3rd and goal coming up.
I'm not going to lie. I don't blame Caleb Williams for throwing that one. He just saw what Brendan Rice did on the 2 plays ago, so he's trying to give him another jump ball opportunity. Yeah, he could put the ball a little further into the back of the end zone there, but you can't discredit the coverage there by Jarius Monroe. Their defensive coordinator, Chris Hampton, told us he's their best cover corner. So if he's out there on an island, they trust that he's going to be able to make those type of plays.
Trojans with 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Williams rolls that way, fires, touchdown, USC, Bynum. Williams moves the team downfield with surgical precision and puts it in the end zone again. His second touchdown pass of the game. And for Bynum, his first touchdown catch of the season.
Super simple. You bring Bynum in, you run sprint right option, you have one guy block for him, the other guy go to the flat. If the defense does not rally there fast enough, you got an athletic quarterback like Caleb Williams and you're making the throwing window easier for him. Beautiful play call there by Lincoln Riley.
14-0 for USC with 12:33 to go in the first half. 12 plays, 95 yards, and 5:13 on the clock. Another back-to-back impressive drives by USC and Caleb Williams.
So here we go. We talked about how much time did Caleb Williams, was he on the field, running around, looking to try to make a play, and you saw the clock started there at 51. He's rolling, he's rolling, he's rolling, and look at his vision, keeping his eyes down the field. Now I'm gonna do a little math here, okay? We got 51, we got minus, what is that? We got minus 40. Oh, that's 11 seconds. There we go.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. 11 seconds of his offensive line trying to block for him, 11 seconds of his receivers trying to get open. Unbelievable, man.
Kevin Agandi's math is pretty good too. Kevin?
Mark, Happy New Year. And let me tell you guys, LSU wasting little time with their offense in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. They're looking really good against Purdue, Dan.
Yeah, physical both line of scrimmage right now, controlling the game up front.
And right now, knocking on the door for another score, up 14-0 in the second. Back to you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to y'all too. 12:33 to go in the first half. Been a quiet day for the offense for the Green Wave, especially Najee Spears. Hasn't been on the field all that much. Got to be on the field to get a touch. He does here and picks up about 3.
And Mark, that's the thing. You talk about them not being on the field because USC has been going on these long, elongated drives. This Tulane offense, you see it right here.
Wow.
Right? 14 minutes to 3 minutes of time of possession. This Tulane offense, they're a run-first team. 523 runs to 361 passes. They have to start putting together drives here so that they don't get put too much in a hole and have to throw the ball to get back in it.
They fake the jet sweep. Pratt keeps it himself. He's in the clear. Out to the 40 and run out of bounds at about the 30 into Trojan territory. Man, that offense needed that kind of jolt.
Yes, they did. Michael Pratt needed that. You're going to see it. Little zone read. QB power down the middle, makes a cut, and then he's in the open field. This guy's got 10 rushing touchdowns on the year, so don't sleep on his legs, and dang sure don't call him sneaky athletic.
Okay.
He's an athlete.
Good burst, great speed there. Celestine in the backfield here after that 40-yard run. Nose of the ball to 33 for the Wave. Pratt down the sideline, incomplete, intended for Shea Wyatt, who's fresh off of a 2-touchdown reception performance in the American Conference title game against UCF. Coach is telling us that he might be the most well-rounded wide receiver that they have of a very talented group, which includes Deuce Watts as well. They have several guys, Robert, that have caught 30 footballs this year.
Yeah, they got 4 wide receivers that have 30 or more catches. But the 2 guys that really scored touchdown for him are the one they just threw to, Shea Wyatt and Deuce Watts, number 2. They have 15 combined this season.
Got a whistle and a flag. Look like we might get an illegal substitution here.
Illegal substitution, offense, 12 players in formation, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And push it back a little bit. And hey, we can tell you how explosive Watts and Wyatt are. We could show you too. Right there. The championship game, they were a big-time force in that victory against UCF.
They're also on the all-name team.
Oh, yeah.
For dang sure. Deuce Watts and Shea Wyatt, I love it.
Here's Clayton Johnson. Got to the edge and picked up a first down. So the Green Wave offense gaining a little bit of steam and momentum. A 19-yard gallop by Clayton Johnson.
This is exactly what the doctor ordered. You see him pull the guard and the tackle right there to get around to the edge. They get it, and then Clayton Johnson, all he's got to do is run like it's Fast Friday, man. It's like a 40 out there. Nobody's there to contain the edge. That's exactly what the Green Wave needed.
Pratt keeps it himself, and he's brought down at the 17-yard line. One thing we haven't mentioned during the second quarter, Robert, everybody talked about the lack of tackling skills by USC's defense in that championship game against Utah. And that's something that we're going to keep an eye on coming into this game. It got so bad to the point where Kai Blackman went to social media to defend Coach Grinch, his defensive coordinator.
Yeah, this defense hasn't been the most stout, but they have been very opportunistic, and we'll talk about that after the snap.
Pratt taking a shot into the end zone, broken up by the guy just mentioned, Mekhi Blackman. It was intended for Deuce Watts. So he can talk it, and he can back it up. He just did.
Yeah, you saw him and Deuce Watts talking, and right here, he's just in man coverage. Hey, receiver turns his eyes. You see his eyes get a little bit big. What do? Turn your eyes back, find the football, knock it down. Mekhi Blackman, you could probably say everybody on this team is a transfer for USC, but he's coming in from Colorado, and he's making nice plays all year long.
Third-team All-Conference, third-team All-American, pardon me. A little over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Third down and 8. They got to get to the 9 to pick up the first down. It's caught. Great move by Spears. Still on his feet. He stepped out of bounds before he got into the end zone at about the 2. Figueroa missed a tackle, and it sets up a 1st and goal for the Green Wave, a 14-yard pickup.
Yeah, just an easy rail route by the running back. And then what's he say? How low can you go? Man, Tajay Spears, did he step out? Yeah, just barely, man. Stepped out there, almost had a touchdown, but a great catch, great play by him, showing off that flexibility, man. The yoga's paying off.
Spears on the Wildcat, takes the direct snap, gets into the end zone, no doubt. Tajay Spears, he put it on their head that time. 3-yard run, and Tulane gets a little bit closer. His 16th rushing touchdown this season and the 28th of his illustrious career in New Orleans.
That drive,
Robert, that just felt like a big touchdown for them.
Oh, man, that drive was exactly what the doctor ordered. They needed to quell the momentum, get it back on their side. Big run by Michael Pratt, set it off. And then, of course, their impact player, Tajay Spears, is the one that sets it off for them to get them back in this game. And now they're only down by 1 score. We talked about Tajay Spears right here with all these moves he's making. We're going to have to start calling him Tajay Shakespeare. And then he gets the touchdown, putting the shoulder down, showing you the power. The Green Wave are rolling. Let's see what we got when we get back.
The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic is brought to you by AT&T 5G. Too much college football is never too much. And Gatorade. Head to Gatorade.com for exclusives to help you fuel your 2023 goals.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Road tested and game ready. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear. More driven. Great crowd here at AT&T Stadium. Seen a lot of Green Wave supporters in and around the Arlington area, especially at our hotel, in and around the gym and the hotel lobby. They really captured the imagination of the people in New Orleans this year. Trojans from the 3. Malik Brown out to the 25-yard line. Let's go downstairs to Quinn.
Last time Tulane played in a big-time bowl, 1939 Sugar Bowl, back when they were in the SEC. And what they're trying to do this year, last year they were 2-10. They currently sit at 11-2. They are looking to have the biggest turnaround in FBS history. It was a year last year defined by them being displaced, lost a lot of close games, but coming into this season, Willie Fritz knew that he had something special, and this fan base has shown up here in Dallas.
A great point, Q. A lot of the same players returning, just got better after being relocated last year in Birmingham. Williams fires complete at the 40-yard line. Out to the 44. It's Terrell Bynum moving the chains. After Hurricane Ida, they had to relocate to Birmingham. A lot of Uber Eats on the menu, Subway, pizzas. Had to go to the local LA Fitness, Robert, and wait for those weekend warriors to get off the bench press at times. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, Willie Fritz, he said that 31 nights in the hotel, 27 dogs, family, you know, to-go food, it wasn't an ideal situation. And he also said that their 10 losses were to 10 bowl-eligible teams.
Yes.
So coming into this year, having a little bit of what he called an easier schedule, his words, not mine.
Yes.
Help them out, go out and be able to get into the Sugar Bowl.
I asked him about
the Cotton Bowl.
Rock bottom last year was that 61-21 loss against Mississippi. But boy, it's been onward and upward ever since. 2nd and 4. Williams pulls it out on the RPO. Taking a shot downfield. Got a man. Dropped at the 10-yard line. Mario Williams. Oh, they're going to say catch. My bad. It's caught at the 12. Or not.
There's no way they called that.
Williams field is an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Yeah, the official ran down there and looked like he was going to spot it. This was definitely dropped, though. That's what I saw.
Yeah, this is why receivers should never go to the ground unless you absolutely have to. He could have caught that and possibly ran in. That's a perfect pass. That should have been a touchdown. But by him going down, now you have to control the catch all the way through the ground. It did not happen.
Let's bring in our rules expert, Matt Austin.
Yeah, Mark, RJ said it exactly right. There's no way that's a catch. He went to the ground, has to survive the ground. Ball came out. Good incomplete pass call.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. 3rd down and 4. USC is going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
We're going to take one with them. Look at the brain trust. Back after this.
The College Football Playoff National Championship, TCU, Georgia, January 9th on ESPN.
Look forward to that. Hey, let's take a look at today's road test, brought to you by Goodyear. Get some interesting numbers. This Cotton Bowl in Texas. Texas Tech, 95.
Okay.
3rd and 4, gets it out quickly, and Williams with some atonement and redemption making the catch this time as opposed to last time. Picks up 6 here.
When you watch last time, you're going to watch this route. He's going to run a post across the field, and they're really trying to isolate this matchup, get their guy lined up with the safety, because safeties play safety because they're supposed to be able to tackle, not cover. Right here, if Mario Williams just catches this ball, it's perfectly placed and turns up the field, it's a touchdown. But I love that Lincoln Riley came right back to him on the next play. 3rd down, they needed a conversion. They go to their star guy who just made the drop, gives him all the confidence in the world that they haven't lost faith in him.
1st and 10, Williams, receiver screen. Oh, a little lateral to Brown and nowhere to go for him. Guys bumping their gums out there a little bit. Love to see it. A lot of passion down in the field. Malik Brown on that little bit of prestidigitation, a little trickery.
Yeah, and that guy you just saw on the screen, Lance Robinson, the corner, that's the 2nd time we've seen him come up and fill in the run game. Impressively transferred from Kansas State. You know, these coaches all week told us that the Kansas State game for Tulane was a turning point of their season because it was validation that their talent was where they needed to be.
On 2nd and 11, Williams steps up, fires, got a man down the sidelines. Incomplete and a flag. Rice was downfield in behind Jarius Monroe. You've got to be thinking pass interference here.
Oh, yeah.
Pass interference. Defense number 11. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Monroe is no slouch. First team All-American Conference this year. Transfer out of Nicholls State.
Now, let's look at all sides of this. You're going to see Brendan Rice and Jarius Monroe going at it. Rice is going to push off right at the last second, but the ball is overthrown. There was no need for Jarius Monroe to dive and try to alter the throw, or should I say, go after the man. If he didn't do that, ball falls incomplete. There's no flag, but that was pass interference.
Williams, clean pocket again. Drills one, picked off at the 8-yard line. Monroe says, "You're not going to fool me twice." That's his third interception of the season.
Look at the jubilation from the crowd here. You know what they're all screaming right now?
Tell me.
The ball don't lie. They're saying it wasn't pass interference, and he's just staring down his receiver. He doesn't even see Jarius Monroe right there. Maybe he thought he was still laying down from the pass interference on the play before. But nice hands there by Monroe. I always joke that DBs play DB for a reason. Right there, he proved it wrong. Beautiful snag.
Hey, that was just the 5th interception thrown by that guy, Caleb Williams, all season. A little over 6.5 to go in the first half. See if Tulane can recover here and capitalize on the turnover. They hand it off to Spears between the tackles behind Bauman. Take another look.
Yeah, so you're going to see that's Jarius Monroe. He's in no man's land. He doesn't have anybody in man coverage. And Caleb Williams tries to fire one in here. And this is when your arm talent can kind of get the best of you. You think, I can make any throw out there on the field. I can drop this in the bucket right over the top of Jarius Monroe. And the depth perception sometimes can fool us as quarterbacks. He just needed to try to run that one or throw it away.
Pratt on 2nd and 10. Completes it over the middle. Jackson. And he took some ankles at midfield. Jackson on the move. Step in. They're looking at shoe bottoms. Touchdown! "87 yards to the crib."
You're going to see Jaquan Jackson. He's got moves so good, he seems like he should be in the Jackson 5. Look at him get those knees up, showing off some of that track technique. Mr. Jones, we got ourselves a game.
We are knotted at 14. He's been practicing his A and B skips. Great speed. Opportunistic after that turnover by Caleb Williams. A career-long pass and reception for Jackson. And boy, what a great few days of college football, packed with thrills. Back after this. Welcome back to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. From AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas, Mark Jones chopping it up with Robert Griffin III. Quint Kusnick down to the field. And Michael Pratt just took his team downfield in a blink, folks. That 87-yard reception is the longest play of the season for the Green Wave. And they've rallied with 14 consecutive points to tie it at 14. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 25 after that Brown kickoff return.
Yes, it was beautiful execution, but you're going to watch this defensive end right here. He's going to drop into protection with the linebacker drop into the flat, and the receiver is going to run a nice little slant route in between the two of them. Pratt puts it on him right there, Jaquan Jackson, and as he goes to make his move, look at the defenders that are right there in the middle of the field. 4 of them. They've got to close out and make tackles, but we talked about tackling all year for USC, and then look at this right there. You're talking about Lawrence Keys III making a block on Mekhi Blackman to launch Action Jackson into the end zone. Total team effort by the Green Wave, and like we said earlier, Mark, they're rolling.
Yes, tied at 14 now. Talked about that receivers room for the Green Wave. A very talented group, balanced in terms of the number of receptions they've each made this year, and block well for each other, as we just saw. Boy, Willie Fritz, what a season for his squad, coming back from a 2-10 year last year. Talked about that Kansas State game, a game where they really turned the corner, as well as that loss to Southern Mississippi, which helped recalibrate them. Here's Austin Jones, picks up 6 on the play. Hicks Jr. making the tackle. Well, their story has been one of resilience all year, and they've come back to tie this game at 14-2. After that loss against Southern Miss, it was a real turning point. Nick Anderson, one of the leaders, not just of the defense, but of the team, spoke to the team in a very impassioned speech right in the locker room that set their course straight for the rest of the season. Catch made, complete to Jackson. That's Michael Jackson. Picked up 4. Larry Brooks making the tackle. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half.
You know, Mark, I talked about riding the Green Wave as one of the keys. Look at Tulane's last 2 drives, 10 plays, 160 yards, 3 minutes and 53 seconds, 2 touchdowns. So not only are they scoring, they're scoring fast. Talk about a tidal wave coming in on you.
Men have been knocked out in less time, Robert.
Just ask Mike Tyson.
Third and 1. That last play under review with 4:35 to go. But yeah, talked about the great season that the Green Wave have had. The Kansas State game, the Southern Miss loss, and subsequent bounce back really helped them get to this point. We mentioned Nick Anderson, the linebacker, number 1 on that defensive crew, one of the real big voices. This is the play that's under review. Let's bring in Matt Austin to break it down for us.
Yeah, I think this is a great stop since they did rule him short. It looked like the runner did a great job of getting his hand down, keeping the rest of his body off the field, and got to the first down before his elbow hit. So I think this is going to be overturned.
It looked like they made their mind up, Matt, pretty quickly there. Here's the call.
After further review, the ball carrier made the line to gain just beyond the 35. First down, USC.
Matt's on point.
Hey.
Matt, you're on point, man. Thank you. And a great effort that time to get the first down. Hey, coming up next, number 11 Penn State squares off against number 8 Utah in the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl game, presented by Prudential. Out in Pasadena, California, amongst the bucolic scenery there. Wonderful backdrop. Under 4.5 to go here in the first half. Williams had a defender at his feet. Gets it to his receiver. That's Ford, who stopped up about 4 yards shy of the first down by Dorian Williams. Got 7 on the play.
And the coverage you just saw there by Chris Hampton, the defensive coordinator for Tulane, is what's making Caleb Williams have to be so patient. They dropped everybody in the coverage there. His checkdowns were the only outlets. The deep shots down the field were all covered because there's so many bodies dispersed throughout the field. Nice job by Caleb of not trying to do too much.
2nd and 2. They're going to keep it on the ground and get a first down. Austin Jones in for Travis Dye, who's out. Picked up 4 on the play. Ever since Caleb Williams picked up a football, his dad Carl and his mom Dana got him ready for this moment, for this wonderful career he's having so far. Dad, a real estate developer, he invested a lot of love and time into their son. Did hot yoga as a kid and special diet. Had him see a sports psychologist. Everything to make his dream a reality. Handoff to Raleek Brown, bouncing it outside. Oh, nice hurdle. That would make Aries Merritt proud, that kind of hurdle. Or Robert Griffin III in the 400 hurdles.
Hey, shout out to Aries Merritt. world record holder in the 110 hurdles. And you see Raleek Brown here just spin out. This isn't even about patience. It's just about athleticism. And Aries, woo-hoo, you know, got to make sure you pick that trail leg up a little bit.
Get it down quick, huh?
Just a little bit. Get it up and down real quick, man.
14-yard gain. Nice run by Brown. Of course, Quincy Watts, track coach at USC, would approve of that. Here he comes again. Brown right down the pipe. Kick the turbo in. Touchdown! Wow! 39 yards for the score.
Just an easy inside zone run, and look at this big hole in the middle. Only the ref is in the way. You really can't count that as a missed tackle, but he does a nice job fending it off with the stiff arm, and then it's all speed for the 5'8", 185-pound Raleek Brown, showing maybe he should have got some more carries earlier in the year. I don't know. I don't know.
They got some guys there, Robert. And no coach has seemingly taking advantage of the transfer portal and its benefits more than Lincoln Riley right now. That was a career-long run by Raleek Brown. Hey, next Monday, #1 Georgia takes on #3 TCU in the College Football Playoff National Championship presented by AT&T. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on ESPN. We'll have pregame coverage all day long, but for this matchup, we'll have you covered from every platform: TV, radio, digital. So many ways to watch and listen to the biggest game of the year. Robert, which one of those platforms you going to be on? All of them?
I don't know, Mark. Are you going to be on a platform? Are you coming with me to come
platform?
Listen.
Who do you like in the game?
Oh, man. I think it really comes down to if Kendre Miller is able to go for TCU.
Right.
You know, he missed the majority of that game early, had his leg kind of got a little tangled up in a tackle there against Michigan. But Amari DiMercado, the running back for TCU, came out and played extremely well.
Sure did.
Max Duggan, he has this, everybody in the world feeling like TCU is a team of destiny. Georgia, with their comeback, showed that they are vulnerable. And if there was anybody that could get it done, I wouldn't doubt Max Duggan and TCU getting the win.
Wow, Stetson Bennett was outstanding, too, for his squad. And you saw the well of emotion after the game in the Georgia quarterback.
Yeah.
Such an emotional time. Going to be a great game coming up. Trojans have regained the lead here. This is Lawrence Keys on the kickoff return. Out of bounds right around the 25-yard line. Hey, coming up on the Mercedes-Benz halftime report, Reese, Desmond, David live in Pasadena. Who will rule the Rose Bowl? College football playoff's most compelling championship game yet, amongst the other things that they'll be chopping up. Have you done a game in Pasadena yet? Have you been to Pasadena? You've been to Pasadena.
I've been to
right?
Pasadena.
You played in the game, right?
What?
You played in the Rose Bowl, right?
In the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
I mean, I did a Run Rich Run event at the Rose Bowl.
Okay.
For, charity, giving back to kids.
You got a Heisman on the shelf. I just assume stuff. You know
St.
what I mean?
Jude Hospital. You know, we just try to do what we can to make an impact.
Pratt over the middle. Incomplete behind Bauman, his intended receiver. 2:11 to go in the first half. Coaches like to say that Pratt has vicious execution between the lines. He has that type of mentality. He's much smarter as a runner now, much more discerning than he used to be.
As Coach said, hey, we're better as a team when you're out there. Don't always try to run everybody over. Sometimes you got to live to play another down.
2nd and 10. Keeps it himself, and he got down safely. A good gain as we go down to Q.
Proprietary and unique to this Tulane offense, the fact that all the players, that's offensive linemen, skill, quarterback, they all wear wristbands. It's the only team in the country where all the players wear wristbands. You see them, they'll look at their play sheet. There's 70 plays on that wristband. They don't need to huddle, so it's like they were in a huddle. And this maintains that they're all on the same page and no signs are stolen.
Q just got to make sure to collect those wristbands afterwards. 3rd and 3. Pratt in and out of the arms of Jaquan Jackson. It'll be 4th down coming up, and in comes the punt unit.
Wow, had his hands on it.
Yeah, as they say as a receiver, if it touches your hands, you probably should catch it, especially if it touches both of them.
Right.
Right there, Michael Pratt does a nice job. Giving him an easy ball, I believe, to catch. Maybe the receiver just, once again, tried to do something with it before he actually looked it in.
Nice little connection there afterwards. You saw Pratt and Jackson collaborate. Looked like Jackson was doing push-ups. Was that a little punitive measure, self-imposed?
Yeah.
Did I see that?
You usually see that when guys make a mistake that they know is uncharacteristic of them.
Caught on the fly by Michael Jackson. 36-yard punt. Time now for the AT&T countdown to the College Football Playoff National Championship. We had TCU this year and got a great look at Max Duggan. And he's even better now, Robert, than he was when we saw him earlier in the season.
Yeah,
What's his secret sauce, and how does he use it in this championship game?
This right here, 14 of 29. Some people would say, wow, that's a terrible completion percentage.
Right.
But they throw the football down the field so often. He is unafraid. He doesn't care what these stats look like. All he wants to do is win. And I don't even think offensively they played their best game against Michigan. If Max Duggan increases his execution incrementally, I think that gives them a bigger chance to beat the vaunted Georgia Bulldogs.
They get it to the outside. Caught Washington with a nice sprint after the catch into the arms of his teammates and coaches. 1:12 to go, 15-yard gain. Caleb Williams responded after that interception that he threw earlier. Took his team into the end zone on the last drive. Williams so far, 16 of 25 passing. A couple of touchdowns, one interception. Got it out quick again. Washington going to be stopped up about a yard shy of that first down. And USC with one timeout remaining as the clock hits 58 seconds to go. Up at the line quickly. Green Wave never got lined up. The catch made by Rice. And a nice move. Rice pushed out inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. And man, Caleb Williams and the offense efficient with their time here.
Yes, they were. We talked about the vision of Caleb Williams. Early on in that play, he saw that no one was covering Brendan Rice. He forgot the read, put it right on him, and Brendan Rice shows you his playmaking ability after the catch. Awesome job by Caleb Williams. Don't be afraid. If you see it, let that bad boy rip.
36-yard gain, 1st and goal. Green Wave have 3 timeouts remaining. Trojans with 1. They hand it off to Jones, runs it into the boundary. Tried to get north-south, but stopped up there by Dorian Williams, who was one of the first guys to get there, one of the leaders of that defense. He and Nick Anderson. Dorian Williams, NFL talent. They'll need him on this stop. Monroe makes the tackle this time on Jones, and USC is going to call their final timeout of the half.
Timeout, USC. Their 3rd and final of the first half. 30-second timeout.
3rd and goal coming up, Robert.
Yes.
They've got a mobile quarterback.
Yes.
They've got Austin Jones, who's done well on the ground. Malik Brown as well. And a host of receivers. Where do you go here on 3rd and goal?
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned it right there. I know Caleb Williams might not be 100%, but I'm spreading this bad boy out. Try to get them to dictate a light box, give him a run-pass option, and also make sure that their kicking team is ready to go in case they do get tackled short. They don't have any more timeouts, so they're going to have to do one of those hurry-up field goals to kind of get points before the half.
Williams has connected on his last 5 passes, 7 of his last 8. Here's a look at Dennis Lynch. Place kicker for USC. But 13 is thinking 6.
And as you see it here, they've got 2 screen possibilities, one here, one there, top and bottom of your screen.
Timeout, Tulane, their 1st of the half. 30-second timeout.
Well, after that loss to Utah, Caleb Williams, while he was in New York at the Heisman ceremony, let everybody know that he had some work to do.
Yeah, he said that he had unfinished business. He was going to come back. He knew he had to come back, but let's go and listen to kind of what he talked about at the Heisman ceremony.
They say either change your dreams or change your habits, and I damn sure weren't going to change my dreams. Glad you didn't change yours either. But we both know the job's not done.
Robert, he had me at the Gucci fit. I'm not going to lie. He had the Gucci sport coat on and pads, and he was cleaner than the Board of Health.
Yeah, and he talked about unfinished business. Well, they got unfinished business right here on this drive. Let's see if they can punch it in for 6.
Bynum in motion. Trips right. Williams rolls out that way. Fighters. Touchdown in the back of the end zone. Rice. That's how you finish business.
Mark, we talk about it. You got an athletic quarterback. Give him a run-pass option. They scored a touchdown earlier in the red zone on a sprint out, so what do? Here they do the same thing, and this time Caleb buys time, doesn't try to run back across the field. All his receivers are coming into his vision, and right there, instant Rice for the touchdown.
I don't know what you do with that in terms of having that kind of talented quarterback and being that mobile, and I think all questions about his hamstring have been answered so far. I mean, he doesn't look like he's slowed down at all.
And for me, with the hamstring, what it comes down to is he's been able to be creative. He's been elusive in the pocket. Is he running for 40-yard gains? No. But he's mobile enough to the fact of this defense is having to cover for 5, 6, 7 seconds at a time. And after that touchdown, it just makes you believe that drop on 3rd down by Jaquan Jackson and Tulane, just now they're down by 14.
That
unbelievable. Big-time play. Big-time play in this game.
One of the most popular players in all of college athletics and one of the most highly compensated players in college athletics as well. He's got a really nice bag to go along with that impressive resume. Deals with headphone companies, trading cards, websites, owns a stake in a men's grooming company. He's giving Tulane a haircut right now. Let's go down to Q.
You could see it in Caleb's eyes when he came out before pregame to get warmed up. He talked about the job not done, not being satisfied, but his play, the fact that he's playing in this game, those actions speak louder than any words. And he has set an example for this whole team, as he did in the Heisman ceremony when he flew his entire line to New York City. There's gratitude, there's overcome setbacks. But for me right now, it's action, not words.
Amazing young man. And we got to put this first half to bed. It's the second time today that Tulane has trailed by 14 points. Let's go back to Q, who's with head coach Lincoln Riley.
Coach, they made it 14 apiece. What's going on in your mind at that stage?
Got to respond. It's a Cotton Bowl. I mean, this is a New Year's Six game. They're pretty damn good. They're going to make some plays too. I was proud to see our guys respond really close to half well.
How would you best characterize the play of Caleb?
He's played good. He got a little impatient on the interception. Other than that, he's played good. Guys have made some plays for him and made a couple nice plays on scramble.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Well, that's it. First half in the books here at the 87th edition of the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Trojans with the lead. Halftime activities, news, and highlights coming right up. Welcome back to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic here from Arlington, Texas. It's the 87th chapter of this game, featuring the Pac-12 against the American Conference. USC with a 14-point lead as we get ready to kick it here in the third quarter. The Heisman Trophy winner, Caleb Williams, was brilliant in that first half. 20 of 29 passing, 3 touchdown passes versus 1 interception. Let's take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Invesco. QQQ. Look at the time of the two drives. What jumps off the page at you there, Robert?
Right,
anything in particular?
Right there, that first drive, 17 plays, 75 yards, 9 minutes and 2 seconds. I believe that was the longest opening drive in Cotton Bowl history.
Yes.
Just unbelievable.
And here's what he did. Here's what it looked like.
Yeah, we talked about this early. He has all the tools in his toolbox, right? The offensive line, we're worried about the protection. This is earlier in the season. They gave him 4.1 seconds. He's not afraid to hold on to the football, to go out and create, keep his eyes down the field, and then when it's time to go, he can go make moves because he's got more moves than a military family. But here, in this game, talking about the hamstring, he's got the time again. He breaks the pocket, get the backdoor cut, keeps his eyes down the field, waits to the very last second, and then takes a bet on Brendan Rice down the football field. But hey, Michael Pratt said, hey, I know he's got a Heisman, but I got something for you too. Right here, he goes on a big run down the field. Then he comes back. Jaquan Action Jackson with an 87-yard touchdown. Michael Pratt said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and tie the longest touchdown pass in Cotton Bowl history with Syracuse's Schwades to Ernie Johnson in the 1960 Classic. This game has been bananas. I want to see Tulane continue to throw the football and challenge these DBs down the field.
Let's go down to Quinn.
What I have found most fascinating, most revealing in this game is Caleb Williams and his interactions with his teammates. You are seeing this young quarterback absolutely grow up and become the predominant leader in all of college football. The Heisman winner is in command. He is commanding respect from his teammates, and he's showing the intangible leadership. He has set an example down here.
No hangover from that Utah game, and here's Spears out into the secondary. Man, he popped the clutch. Got all the way down to the 30-yard line before McCutcheon finally brought him down. Tajay Spears with a resounding answer here.
Look at this. Just gets skinny through the hole. I called him Tajay Shakespeare's early, and he shows you why, but he's got the speed to almost hit the home run there. If they get him rolling, that is their key to getting back in the game, but it's still going to be throwing the football that's going to make them try to come out on top. They're down 14. They need more runs like that from Tajay Spears.
47 yards in all. Pratt, incomplete. Tried to hit Spears as a receiver that time. You know, he gets it done on the football field and in the classroom. A tremendous student with a 3.5 GPA, graduated, returned from that major knee injury that he suffered last season, has all the intangibles to be a great back, and has been all that and a bag of chips for Tulane this year. Everybody pointing at everybody else.
False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
When we spoke with Spears earlier and asked him what's the importance of this game, he says, this means everything, man. Those are his words.
Yeah,
this means everything, man.
They weren't afraid to shy away from the fact that they view this as their Super Bowl.
Yep.
They want Tulane to be here more routinely, but they want to maximize this opportunity. And like we said, if they get him rolling here in the second half, it can go a long way to them not only just clawing back, but trying to get the win.
Pratt comes back against the formation. Bauman got a nice block and is brought down inside the 20 at the 17-yard line, inside the red zone now.
And you're going to see, they go all eye candy to the left, fake to the back, nice little tight end screen back to the right. These are what we call complex screens as a quarterback. I'm going to do all this ballsmanship, and I'm going to just dump it off behind the line of scrimmage and hope we can get a big gain right there. They did get it. Maybe if they had a wide receiver there, he could have split two and had a bigger one, but they'll take the 16 yards and roll with it.
No doubt. They fake the jet sweep. Pratt keeps it himself. Took the tackler along for a little bit of a ride. That was Max Williams. Got a 3-yard ride and a 3-yard pickup by Michael Pratt. I like to change the tempo a lot with him in the ball game, and you see him peering at the wristband that they all have Quinn did an outstanding report on that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, and those wristbands, they just decrease the amount of errors that'll happen in communication, and it also allows everybody to play just a tick faster.
2nd and 5. Keys in motion. They give us to Spears up the middle. He's brought down after a gain of about 3 on the play. Let me get back to the wristbands. How come more teams don't do that, Robert?
Well, there's a negative connotation around wristbands that, oh, if your team is wearing wristbands or your quarterback's wearing a wristband, he can't call the play, or it's too simple for them. But I always tell people this. The greatest quarterback of all time in the NFL, Tom Brady, has worn a wristband his entire career. Don't be afraid to use that wristband. It can help you in so many different ways and alert you to things on certain plays. And I think that's what Tulane has been doing with their skill guys.
Watts in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Spears gets the call. Man, it's going to be close. I'm not sure that he had enough to get there. Gentry was there to make the tackle, along with Tulio Pupu. He got a very auspicious spot. And a 1st and goal now for the Green Wave.
Did you just follow up auspicious after saying poo-poo?
Yes, I did.
Oh, man, you were on a roll
Tulio
right now.
Pupu, yep. Solomon, great defensive end there for USC.
Sounds biblical.
Spears broke a couple of tackles. Happy New Year, New Orleans. And they are right back in it. A 7-yard run. It looked like he carried that many guys into the end zone with him, Robert.
Yes, it did. We talked about it. Hey, they're going to have to throw the football at the end of the day because USC is going to try to put up these big numbers. But if they get Tajay Spears rolling, right here you see him on the run. Oops, he did it again, scoring a touchdown. Early in the first half, they got him rolling. They knew going into halftime coming out, they got to get this guy the ball because he is the heart and soul of their offense.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, and the margin cut to 7 in a blink to start the 3rd quarter of play for the Green Wave. Got to get Spears the football, but the key is getting him on the field. Keeping those legs driving. A wake of tacklers left behind, and laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. That's what they say in New Orleans.
Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Amazed with the interaction we've seen from Caleb Williams and his teammate. Look at me, look at me. Communicating the plays respectfully. He's in complete command, showing control and leadership. Put your arm around me, brother. Put your arm around me. Hey, get that helmet back on. I love you, man. I love you. He's done it on the field. He's done it with leadership. He's done it with the body language. This guy is the complete package. Heisman winner, Caleb Williams.
Great job, Q. You know, after winning the Heisman in New York, Williams raced back to USC, the campus, to take final exams, work out and train, and host recruits, because he's all about team and building it for the future as well. Brown on the kickoff return, out to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. You know, Robert, we kind of alluded to the fact that, you know, it caught a lot of eyeballs when he left Norman, Oklahoma last year with Lincoln Riley, came to USC. But, I mean, if you're a quarterback or a 4- or 5-star prospect that wants to play at a high level, why wouldn't you make the move that benefits you the best?
Yeah,
Not just Williams, but, I mean, he was a 5-star guy, but everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely should. And I feel like with Caleb Williams, his story is just a little undertold. Didn't play his senior year in high school. Then he goes to Oklahoma, takes over in the middle of one of the biggest rivalries in all of sport between Texas and Oklahoma. And then his coach leaves. He follows him to USC. And the success that he's had, that's why you saw the emotion from both of them at the Heisman Trophy ceremony. I just know that for Caleb Williams, what he's done and how he has managed this situation, you saw Q just depict all the things that have happened on the field. Well, Caleb himself and Lincoln Riley said he was not ready to lead a college, organization or franchise if it was the NFL last year. But this year, he's shown you why the growth, the steps he's taken as a leader to know that, hey, now it's on my shoulders. I can do this, and you're seeing it down in and down out.
You know what I love? The fact that he gets Lincoln Riley for another year, and I love the fact he took his offensive line to the Heisman Trophy ceremony with him in New York. That's huge.
Something that would never be possible without NIL. To go from LA to New York on a private jet. Do you know how much that costs? Go ahead and tell the people at home.
On a receiver screen, this is Hudson. And Hudson out to about the 45-yard line.
If you notice, Mark ignored that question because it costs way too much money.
Middle seat.
Way too much money.
Middle seat coach class, baby. Pass those peanuts back. Name, image, and likeness defined. There's what it is, and it is translated into life-changing opportunities, finally, for collegiate athletes who have a chance to change the arc of their lives by being able to bring some money home while in college. Pass complete to the sidelines. That's Jones, and close to another first down. Williams has completed his last 9 in a row, by the way.
And you're kind of seeing his growth. When I talked to them earlier this year, they said, we don't want Caleb to always rely on his athleticism.
Right.
When he does, it's special. But he's got to be a facilitator of the ball. He's got to work within the offense so that, hey, when your hamstring's not 100%, you can still go out, put up 28 points, and dish the ball out to all of your offensive weapons. He's doing that right now.
1st and 10 from midfield. Out of the backfield, incomplete, dropped by Austin Jones. Well, here are our first NBA Wednesday matchups of 2023 on ESPN. ESPN Deportes and the ESPN app. Giannis and the Bucks squaring off against Spicy P, Pascal Siakam and the Raptors. I'll be calling that game 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Then out to Los Angeles, LeBron and the Lakers hosting Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Our coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Boy, LeBron James just turned 38 years old and had, 46 points on his birthday. Man, act your age, LeBron.
Yeah, he almost had a 40-point triple-double. The dude is unbelievable. He's aging backwards.
Unbelievable. The Benjamin Button of NBA.
Is he the Tom Brady of the NBA? Listen, my GOAT is still Michael Jordan, but is he the Tom Brady? He's just doing it in such a...
But he's doing a little more than taking 6 steps back and throwing a football every game.
That is very
No disrespect. A little bit more dynamic component involved. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Oh, you just fired up all football fans with that statement.
Oh, it's all good, though. Mad respect for both of them.
Here we go, 3rd and 6. He's been relying on Mario Williams a lot in these types of situations, but he's not on the field. Look for him to try to work. Taj Washington right there.
McCree in motion. Williams takes a shot downfield. Wide open. Caught. Touchdown. On a busted coverage. Taj Washington with the catch kept his feet in bounds. Had to wait for the signal from the official. The official's arms went up in the air to signal touchdown.
Yeah. The official looked a little unsure about it as well.
There was a few heartbeats in between the time he made the call.
So watch his feet here as he makes the catch.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. The previous play is under further
Nope, that's
review.
not a catch, guys. Unfortunately, that is not a touchdown.
That's going to come back.
As you see, as he makes the catch, he never gets a foot down.
He hit the pylon. Let's bring in our rules analyst, Matt Austin. Matt, what's the translation of the rule and what you saw? How do you reconcile those?
Well, from what I can see, I don't think his foot ever touched down in the green. The first contact is with the pylon. That's out of bounds. That's an incomplete pass. So I didn't see any pebbles come up where you would see when if the toe dragged. So I think this is going to end up being incomplete.
Man, that is... I agree. The little rubber pieces of tire that you usually see from the turf, it doesn't come up. But does that toe touch on the white? I don't know, man.
Close.
It is close. It does not look like the toe came down, so I'm right there with Matt Joustin.
He hit the pylon, so from 2-3 stories up where we are.
You see his feet like right there. It's like, yeah. So it's like as you go back here and you look at that toe right there, you don't see anything pop up. As it's going like it's going to graze the ground, you don't see anything flare up like that.
Yeah,
so
That looks like an incomplete pass. Matt, now that we've seen it a few times, your thoughts?
Yeah, I still stand by what I said before. I don't think the foot touched the ground. The pylon is out of bounds in the end zone, so I don't think that's a catch.
All right, they're still taking a look at it. I tell you what, the bottom line on this, somebody in that Green Wave secondary fell asleep.
Oh, yeah. Here's the call.
After further review, the pass is incomplete. The receiver's shin touched the pylon, which is out of bounds. It'll be 4th down at the 47-yard line.
The pylon is out of bounds.
Yes. So, Matt Austin, that would mean that if he touched the pylon first and the foot then came down in bounds, it still would have been incomplete, correct?
That's correct. The pylon is out of bounds in the end zone. So if you touch that first, you're out of bounds.
Okay. Well, last time on 3rd and 6, I said they should go after and try to get the ball to Taj Washington right here on 4th and 6, right in the middle of the field. There's no need to punt. So let's see who they go to on this one. I like the matchup right here with Mario Williams. He's been Caleb's go-to guy all day if they do snap this ball.
With the Oklahoma transfer. Play clock is down to 5. They got to get busy here. Williams looks Williams' way. And a sliding grab to the aforementioned Mario Williams.
I said it on the previous down, 3rd and 6, that he was not on the field, so look for Taj. Now Mario's on the field. The Williams brothers make a great connection. Caleb buys time, and look at where he puts this ball. The ball placement is perfect, low, so the receiver can protect himself. The guy on the outside has no chance of making a play on that and falling off of the receiver. Whew. This is high-level football from Caleb Williams.
Biggest issue, talking to Willie Fritz at halftime, pass rush. They rush 3, Caleb stands around forever. They rush 5, he breaks out and goes deep. They just can't figure it out defensively right now. As you see a nice stop by Hodges off the edge, but the pass rush has been the biggest dilemma for Tulane and Coach Willie Fritz.
Great observation and report there, Q, because speaking of pass rush, Hodges, who just made that tackle, Robert, he's their best pass rusher, first team all-conference for Tulane.
Yes, he is, and we mentioned it earlier that he led the American Conference in tackles for loss last year. Now they're trying to get him to get back and be more aggressive. They did more drop 8, and their defensive coordinator, Chris Hampton, said, listen, if you rush 3, Caleb's going to stand back there and run around. If you try to get after him and you lose contain, he'll burn you with his legs. Right now they feel like they can't win for losing.
On 2nd and 11, escaping harm, Williams sets. There was contact, no flag thrown. Brendan Rice, the intended receiver, Larry Brooks, appeared to run up his back. But seen otherwise by the officials. Good play defensively, and 3rd and 11 coming up. Larry Brooks there to break that pass up.
You know, Mark, the difference between that play right there by Larry Brooks and the pass interference that was called on Jarius Monroe earlier is that Larry Brooks has a right to try to go get the football.
Okay.
So when that ball's in the air, he's got clear vision on it. He's attacking downhill, trying to make a play on it. Yes, he hit Brendan Rice early, but he does have the right to that space. Jarius Monroe earlier had his back to the ball. That's pass interference.
They're 9 of 11 on 3rd down. Williams retreating and wisely throws it away. Outside the pocket, ball went beyond the line of scrimmage. Man in the area, Nick Anderson.
No foul for grounding. The quarterback was outside the tackle box. Pass across the line of scrimmage. 4th down.
As noted. So 4th down from the 35-yard line. Dennis Lynch coming in to attempt a field goal. This will be from 52 yards out. Has a career long of 49. Got it down. And just short. So the Green Wave will have the football and a chance to come closer.
Man.
I mean, that was inches away. Lynch gave it a good ride that time.
Yeah, you'll see this kick by Dennis Lynch. When you look at his picture, he looks like the kid from Bad Santa. That was a bad kick, just short.
The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic is brought to you by Goodyear. Discover the possibilities. Goodyear, more driven. Capital One, what's in your wallet? And Allstate, reminding you that football season is mayhem.
What a brilliant college football season it's been. Started with the Cricket Celebration Bowl in Atlanta, a game that went to overtime and was thrilling, and boy, things just kept building after that. And to this point, 7-point lead for the Trojan with 7:08 to go here in the third quarter. Ajay Spears in the backfield. Little RPO. Pass complete at midfield. It's caught by Deuce Watts. And now they're saying Sardme incomplete.
You know, although Deuce Watts dropped that pass, I love what I just saw from Tulane's offensive line. You know, Mark, we talk about this. Go ahead. We talk about how many plays that they've had, and you can see this graphic. They're down 7 points, 31 fewer plays, 121 fewer yards. I mean, the list goes on and on. USC is letting Tulane hang around, and this is a really good football team.
Right. 1st and 10. Little toss into the boundary. Spears, and good tackling led by Davis, number 9 there, coming up from his safety spot. Tell you what, guys were rattling each other's fillings with this kind of hard tackling. Got to be lifting your weights when you're making and taking hits like that, Robert.
Yeah, it reminds me of those Under Armour commercials. Click, clack. You could hear it right there, man.
3rd and 7 coming up as a result. Spears the lone back, 4 receivers. Pratt on the move, going to do it with his legs. Get the first down and then some. There's a flag down, though. Let's see if this play stands. We talked about Michael Pratt's ability to run. We've seen it a few times already here. Picked up 23. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul, face mask, defense 51. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
They're going to tack on a few more yards on that. And they're going to be in great field position here.
Yeah, you're going to see 51 right there when he comes across. He grabs Pratt's helmet. The face mask pulls the neck back. He's going to feel that tomorrow. But right now, he's thinking about that first down as you see it right there. Ooh, that is painful. He got all of that one, like you said, Mark. But nice job by Michael Pratt. Not freaking out.
Right.
Use your legs. Go get the first down. And now, look, they're in threatening position to try to tie this game up.
From the 24. Pratt keeps it himself, holding that ball high and tight. And good open field tackling by Mekhi Blackman. It was Blackman that came to the defense of the coaching staff. In particular, Coach Grinch, the defensive coordinator, in wake of that disappointment against Utah. And he said, folks, and I'm paraphrasing here, never mind, Coach Grinch can blankety blank coach.
These guys believe in their coaches. They believe in what they've been preaching to them and teaching to them all season long. So they take it personal when their coaches get talked bad about.
Off the fake. Pratt going to be sacked at the 26-yard line. Devoured. Eric Gentry leading the way. Had some company as well with Benton.
Yeah, you're going to see the play action fake, and right there they convert from run stop to pass rush. And the Tulane offensive line and the tight end right there, number 87, just didn't give Michael Pratt an opportunity to even throw the football away. Sometimes I'll say, hey, don't hold on to the ball so long. But in that one, he didn't really have a chance.
Yeah. And keep in mind, the Trojans lead the FBS in turnover takeaway, plus 22 on the season. And Pratt's going to be sacked. Brought down actually right around the line of scrimmage by Davis. So this is a huge win for the Trojan defense. Impervious when it counted in the shadows of the red zone. Valentino Ambrosio going to come in and try and attempt a field goal for the Green Wave here.
Yeah, after giving up the big run to Pratt with the tacked on yardage for the face mask, to come out and get a stop and potentially hold him to a field goal, that's a win all day for the Trojans.
42 yards out. Clean. And we got a 4-point game. And this matchup between the Pac-12 and the American Conference. You said it, Robert. The Trojans let the Tulane squad hang around.
You see how excited Willie Fritz is about that.
And his counterpart, we got to play some football. Back after this. Welcome back, everyone. Taco Bell is bringing the Live Moss student section and its students to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic today, folks. They're picking up the tab for students from each school so these passionate fans could come cheer on their teams. You know what I would say, Robert? The best nation in the world
is a
donation.
Yes, sir.
Nice move by Taco Bell.
Man,
brought him here free. Little over 4 minutes to go from the 3-yard line. Malik Brown going east-west and running out of room. Oh. And a late flag. Looked like we got a face mask. Boy. And they had him pinned inside the 10, Robert.
Yep, you're going to see him reach, and there's the face mask. Man.
Had his fingers all up in his kitchen there. Look at that.
Get your fingers on my face. Oh, my goodness. They knocked out the cameraman. Is he okay?
Wow. He took a hit. Got a flag down at the 5. The officials still conferring.
Yeah. Got a flag down and a man down.
Yeah.
Flag down at the 5. Man down on the sidelines. There he is right there. Readjust your hat, man. Looks like he's okay.
Yeah.
You okay? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Things happen pretty fast down here, doesn't it?
Occupational hazard, bud.
Keep your head on the swivel, my man.
Always.
He got the shot, though, Q, I'm sure.
He got the shot.
money
Did
shot.
you get the shot?
I got it. I got it.
That's what matters.
There you go.
You really got to be careful down here.
During the return holding, receiving team number 10 is declined. Personal foul, illegal blindside block. 35 receiving team is accepted. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Wow, we had a lot going on there. So didn't quite go the way we were thinking with face masks.
What?
There was none. There was no face mask indication. And it's going to be backed up all the way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, you see number 2 right here. Takes the shot there. Maybe that distracted them from the face mask that's about to happen.
Yeah. That was Dorian Williams.
Want updates on the action? Just tell Siri, show me college football scores.
USC 1st and 10 operating in the shadows of their own goalposts from their own 2-yard line. 1st and 10. Williams is going to hand it off to Austin Jones. And go back to Matt Austin. Explain what happened on that last kickoff.
Well, it's a little bit unfortunate because there were 2 fouls on USC. One was back up field. One was the blindside block you see right there at about the 5-yard line. So they have the option of declining one and accepting the one that's most advantageous, which they did.
Matt, I'm going to get back to you, buddy, because Rice is on the loose down to the 17-yard line. So they have erased the penalties that cost them, and already in the red zone ready to score.
They didn't get too cute on the first play. They ran the football against a defense that struggled stopping the run. And then on the second one, they allowed Caleb Williams to unleash a frozen rope down the middle of the field to Brendan Rice, who honestly looked like his daddy right there. Looking like Jerry Rice running down the football field.
74-yard pickup. From the 19. Williams kept it. Let's go back to Matt Austin. Matt, finish your point on us on the penalties.
Well, it doesn't make any difference now, but what I was going to say is, unfortunately, they missed the face mask, which would have allowed USC to accept offsetting fouls. They would have replayed the kickoff. So at this point, it doesn't matter.
All right, Matt, thank you. And yeah, they eradicated that mistake with the quickness. 74 yards later.
As they say, Mark, the ball don't lie.
Man.
Right there, the ball found Brendan Rice because that face mask was missed. Football gods are watching over this game right now.
2nd down and 10. Epps is split into the boundary. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Williams looks the other way. Fires into the end zone. Incomplete. No flag as Brendan Rice was working against Lance Robinson, the all-conference performer. The Kansas State transfer. Sets up a 3rd down and 10. What do you like in terms of a play call here, Robin?
Well, who has been the man every 3rd down, it seems like, this game? It's been Mario Williams.
Yes.
He's been the one that Caleb Williams has been the most comfortable with. The matchup on the inside in the slot has been great and advantageous for him all day. This is him right here. Let's see if that's where they go.
Raleek Brown, who's been targeted as a receiver a lot. The running back split to the top of your screen. There he is. Williams spins out of harm's way. Pulls. Caught! No signal. He was pushed out of bounds at the 1. Brendan Rice stunting like his daddy out there. What a catch. They mark it at the 1-yard line.
Guys, I think this might actually be a touchdown. Watch, Brendan Rice makes this catch. Look at his feet. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Woo!
What a play.
They'll be looking at this. Let's bring in Matt Austin. Matt, tell us about what you just saw in the replay. Because Lincoln Riley's thinking the same thing.
As long as he extends the ball inside or over the pylon, this is a touchdown.
Short of the goal line. The previous play is under further review.
Yeah, if that ball's over the pylon or inside it, it's a touchdown. So you're going to need a good view from the end zone, and this might be it.
There it is, and this angle isn't quite as definitive. You see him extend the football, but from that angle, the depth perception is a little skewed.
Yeah. Talk to him about that depth perception, Mark. Watch, nice catch. Good awareness on the sideline. Call that toe drag swag. Stays in bounds. Ball's in the end zone. That is a touchdown, people. What a play.
Man.
What a play.
Brendan Rice has been on point.
Some people out there wondered who was going to be the guy that stepped up because Jordan Addison wasn't playing due to an ankle injury and he's prepping for the draft.
Yep.
Well, so far we've seen it. Brendan Rice steps up. Mario Williams has been stepping up. Rice has 6 catches for 173 yards today.
Matt, do you think that's a touchdown?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, that last view from the it looked like a handheld camera from the back of the end zone. Looked like he definitely got it inside the pylon to me.
Yeah, great awareness by Rice to extend the football. Here's another look.
Here it is again. Nice catch. Feet stay in bounds.
He knew it too.
Extends the ball. Look at that.
I'm at the pylon, boys. Number 1, the ball placement allowed Rice to shift his body work and get his toes in. But the great body control, an amazing play. He knew right away that was a touchdown. If this is not a touchdown, I'm going to walk out of this place.
After further review, we have a touchdown. Receiver possessed the ball inside the pylon.
Quint, you don't have to walk anywhere. It's a touchdown. 1:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. Brendan Rice out here careering today, putting up a number. 174 yards. He's treating that Tulane secondary like corduroy, wearing them out. Extra point good. And the lead up to 11. Look at the reaction.
Yeah.
He knew.
And you talk about that drive, the two big plays that got them all the way down the field from their own 1 yard line. Brendan Rice. And then there's the reaction on the other side. The pendulum excitement from USC. And oh my goodness, I can't believe it.
Yep.
From the Tulane fans. Maybe we can get her some Cafe de Monde.
Hey, that's always a good panacea. Great medicine for everyone's ills. Caleb Williams, meanwhile, 384 yards passing, and the meter is still running here in the third quarter. 26 of 40.
And the most
Heisman-like numbers.
Very Heisman-like. and the thing that's the most impressive about this is that Caleb Williams came into this game not 100%. No business decisions. No, hey, I'll chuck it up to next year. He said, I'm going to come out here. I'm going to play with my guys. And to do that after winning the Heisman, after flying your whole offensive line to the ceremony, after all of the NIL deals and things that are going on in his life, football is the priority. That's awesome to see.
That kick goes out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 35. Robert, let's take a look at this touchdown and tell me what the key was.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Caleb Williams going out here and just creating, once again, doing what he does best. You're going to see him drop back to pass. He's going to do the backdoor cut, come out way over here, and he's got his eyes down the football field. Look, he's looking here. He's looking here. He's looking here. He's trying to find someone to get the football to, and Brendan Rice, at the last second, comes back to the ball, really making a beautiful catch. It just makes me think, man, guys, he's his daddy's son, right? He's his daddy's son. He is out there balling. You see them working him on the sideline. That's what we've seen from Jerry Rice. Yes, he is on YouTube, and you can watch him. The greatest of all time. His son is having a great game.
You might have to find Google to find this guy. Spears! What an answer. Tyjae Spears all the way down inside the 10, inside the 5, finally corralled by Bullock. 61-yard gain.
Hey, Tyjae Spears said, I got a baby bottle for you. Yeah. I'm going to baby bottle this USC defense. Look at him right down the middle. We call him Tyjae Shakespears, and he's got the moves, guys. I'm telling you, speed, power, vision. Right here, he tried to do to Kalen Bullock what Utah did to him, but Bullock showed, hey, I've been lifting these last couple months. Yeah. So he gets him down before he gets there. 8 straight games, over 100 yards rushing for Tyjae Spears.
Pratt fires incomplete. Intended for Deuce Watts. Makai Blackman there in on coverage. But Spears, boy, we said at the top of the show, number 22 might be the best player in the country you've never heard of. 8 consecutive games with over 100 yards rushing. Came into the contest today with 15 rushing touchdowns. And his dad, who he says is his biggest supporter and biggest fan and his hero. Family watching in attendance. Here he is. Daddy, be proud of that. Touchdown, Tulane. The green wave will not go away.
No, they will not. And Tyjae Spears, man, he's been on point all day, and I guess that's the point of being a Spear. I just love the way this guy plays the game. Can't wait to tell the story that he talked with us about his father, Margene Spears. But here they are going for 2.
And Pratt flanks out. Spears going to take the direct snap and a wildcat. They run the reverse. Pratt looking to throw it. USC reading that well. It's picked off in the end zone. That play was going nowhere fast from the beginning. that looked like, well, If it was hoops, it'd be 3 p.m. at LA Fitness, but there's nothing happening there.
Oh, man, you're killing them.
40 seconds to go in the third, but they're right back in this ball game, just a 5-point deficit. Spears has 3 rushing touchdowns today, ties a career high. Great story about him. He had offers coming out of high school of a lot of Power 5 conference teams. And Coach Fritz, on the home visit, spoke to Dad and said, Dad, have you ever missed a game? And he knew the answer was no. He said, well, if he comes to school here at Tulane, you won't miss any. He'll be right in your backyard, and he'll do great things, and it's all come to fruition.
Exactly. And if you look at the call sheet or the book on Tyjae Spears, it'll say he's from Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Well, that's just New Orleans, people. So he gets to stay home, go to Tulane, and when he talked with us about his relationship with his father, he said, that's my dog. He's the first one that signed him up to play football. He doesn't remember a moment of football that his dad has missed in his entire career. And it just goes to show you, when you have the support of your parents, and especially as a young man, a young black man in this country, you have the support of your father, the possibilities are endless. He's getting a great education, and he's putting it on tape right now.
Onside kick, but they didn't catch the Trojans napping. Davis was there to scoop it up, and they're going to have pretty good field position as a result. Robert, what do you make of the gamble to go with the onside kick here?
I mean, he's trying to catch him off guard. I'm in the middle of telling a story about Tyjae Spears, and he kicks an onside kick. I get it. I understand.
Right.
But I don't really love the play call there. Just keep the momentum on your side. You kick it off and make them go the whole field to score.
Hey, next Monday, #1 Georgia taking on #3 TCU in the College Football Playoff National Championship game. Presented by AT&T. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on ESPN. We'll have pregame coverage all day long. But for this matchup, we'll have you covered from every platform. Look at that. TV, radio, digital, so many ways to watch and listen to the biggest college football game of the year. Williams gets it out on the receiver screen. It's caught by Michael Jackson. And Jackson stopped up just shy of the 30, picked up 16 on the play. Caleb Williams has hit 400 yards passing, and we haven't even finished 3 quarters of play.
Oh, my goodness. And he's got 4 touchdowns to go along with it, which ties the Cotton Bowl record for touchdown passes. So there's going to be a lot more points in this game. I'm excited about that.
Williams. Great feel in the pocket. He just feels the pressure and escapes. Wisely throws this one away. We're going to have a flag and an offsides. I think Williams knew he had a free one. Angelo Anderson, #3 right there, moved a little prematurely.
Offside. Defense #3. In the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We'll extend the third quarter with 1 on-time down.
Or not. They're going to extend the third quarter on an untimed down. So we'll play one more. USC is going to have to clear the field because their entire squad is on the field right now. The nose of the ball going to be placed right at the 26-yard line with the penalty. Can't go for the pump fake, folks. Hope you didn't get up. Go get something to drink or eat. Got one more untime to play here before the third quarter is officially expired.
How many fans at home do you think put up the 4s? It's fourth quarter.
Yeah.
This is our time. They had to put them back down.
They can do it again here in a second. Williams out of the backfield. Good open field tackling on that catch. Nick Anderson, one of the leaders of the defense, making a little bit of a statement there to end the third.
End of the third quarter.
Nice hit on Austin Jones. That's the end of the third. Back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Don't forget, coming up next, number 11 Penn State squaring off against number 8 Utah in the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential. Who are you taking in that one?
I'm going with Utah. You see what USC is doing right now?
Yeah.
And Utah beat them twice this year. So I just have a feeling that Cam Rice is going to rise to the occasion once again.
Utah just a bad matchup for USC or not? They're just a really good football team, huh?
Two really good football teams. They played 4 times. Both of them won twice.
Williams down to the 18-yard line, caught by Kyle Ford. First down and 10.
Like it when a big man like Kyle Ford, 6'3", 220 pounds, isn't afraid to go down and get dirty. Right? Go down and get the football, make the catch. That gives your quarterback more confidence that, hey, even if he's a little off, you'll still make a play for him.
And for Caleb Williams, he's now had the 4th 400-yard passing game of his career. Jones in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's brought down after a gain of about 5 by Dorian Williams. Williams, one of those durable linebackers for the Green Wave. He and Nick Anderson lead the team in tackles with 115 and 108 coming into the game respectively. They are the backbone of that defense.
Yeah, look at Nick Anderson's jersey. I mean, that bad boy is dirty. That's how you know you're playing linebacker.
Right.
You're flying all over the place. Him and Dorian Williams both over 100 tackles this year. And Williams actually has 5 sacks, so they might need to get him blitzing a little bit more to get Caleb Williams on the ground. 2nd and 6.
Gets rid of it quick. Complete to Jones out of the backfield. Made a nice move and picked up the first down inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal for the Trojans. And Bobby Haskins, offensive lineman, who started at right tackle today, over from his usual left tackle, goes to the sidelines. That's a position that, remember, at the beginning of the game, they had never started this combination in these positions before.
And now they're already having to change him up. But you got to tip your hat to this offensive line. Protection we thought would be an issue, but the Trojans have been on it all day in protecting Caleb Williams.
First and goal. Jones cuts it up and is brought down at about the 3. Let's go to Quinn.
Tulane's biggest nemesis on defense right now, fatigue. USC with a 2-1 margin in plays, over 70 plays. Tulane's only got 35. Time of possession, same deal. And you just worry about fatigue setting in for the Tulane defense that has just been chasing Caleb Williams around all night. Long plays, 8, 9, 10-second plays. Not sure how much gas is left in the Green Wave tank.
Holding up so far, but you saw Dorian Williams breathing heavily there. 2nd and goal. McCree in motion, now sets. Williams slings it, touchdown! Kyron Hudson. And the beat goes on for the Trojans.
When my main man Mark Jones says he's slinging it, watch this viewpoint. Caleb Williams, slinger, looking like a shortstop playing baseball. Wow. He's got all the arm angles. We said at the beginning of the broadcast, he's got every golf club in his bag when he steps up to the range. Look at that smile on his face. They're throwing touchdowns to Kyron Hudson right now. Everybody's eating.
Yeah.
Everybody eats, B.
A bowl record 5 touchdown passes for Caleb Williams. We're going to take a short break. On the other side of this, got a great story about Caleb Williams on his cultural awareness and panoramic view of the world. Welcome back, everyone. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, celebrating the challenge of road games everywhere. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear, more driven. A little overcast, but nice warm day here in Arlington, Texas. A day that has belonged to Caleb Williams and the Trojans so far. Their lead at 12 right now, a little over 12 minutes to go on the kickoff return. It's Lawrence Keys the third. And Keys tripped up and falls down at the 33. Let's check in with the studio.
Mark, we had a thriller here. ReliaQuest Bowl, Mississippi State, Illinois tied. Final minute, Simeon Price, 28 yards to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and they're setting up for the field goal, and he takes it all the way down, almost gets into the end zone.
And then Massimo Biscardi, 27 yards out. It's good. 4 seconds left now. Mississippi State up by 3. First game without Mike Leach. They're going to beat Illinois to win this bowl game. 4 seconds left. Illinois with a little pitchy woo-woo.
Just tackle him. Get him down.
And it turns out to an all-time bad beat here. The line was Mississippi State -3.5. Marcus Banks goes to the house. 60 yards, and Mississippi State wins this one 19-10 to cover. Are you kidding me? Shout out to SVP and Stanford Steve. Back to you, Mark, RG3 and Q.
Yeah, great run a second ago here by Tajay Spears. A 31-yard burst over the right side and into USC territory. Tell you what, the guile and grit of this Green Wave squad has been unrelenting this afternoon.
Yeah, we talked to the coaches. They're just making all the effort plays. They're not laying down just because USC has a Heisman Trophy.
Michael Pratt tucks it under, lost his balance and falls forward to the 35, picked up 3 yards. And Spears has been giving that defense some work today.
Yes, he is. Right there, you had the how low can you go type of play. Then he's making cuts inside and bouncing it outside, using that burst. And then when it's time to get physical and get into the end zone, he's done that time and time again. Tajay Spears, oops, he's done it again.
183 yards rushing today for him on 14 carries. It's a very healthy average. Adding to the total. Ball came out. It's loose. Trojans say they've got it. He put it on the ground. A rare miscue, and it's USC football.
As you see the look of disbelief there on the fans' face, it's Tajay Spears been having a great
Ruling
game.
on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, USC.
Take another look here. Spears was approaching 200 yards rushing. Yeah, just had that ball knocked out by Mekhi Blackman. That's why he was all Pac-12 this year. Back with more after this.
The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic is brought to you by Goodyear. Discover the possibilities. Goodyear, more driven. Taco Bell. Taco Bell is giving back to students all postseason long by giving them free tickets to the biggest bowl games of the year. And AT&T 5G. Too much college football is never too much.
10:46 to play in the fourth quarter. Boy, when USC looks back on this season, win or lose here, there's going to be a little bit of residual in terms of what got away from them. They were so close to being in the college football playoff, Robert. But in the words of Lincoln Riley, he said, with respect to this game, this may not be the best team that we ultimately have, but it might be the most important team that we have in terms of what we are trying to build now at USC.
And what he meant by that is someone had to change the culture. Someone had to be the catalyst. For USC, it's been all these transfers that came in. As he said earlier in the year, this is the most unique roster in USC history.
Caleb Williams hands it off. Gain of about 3 by Jones. You know, Williams is a guy that has a great sense of cultural awareness. He went to Gonzaga High School in the D.C. area. In 1836, slaves built the school that he went to. Those slaves were subsequently sold to people in Louisiana. So on his visit to LSU coming out of high school, he made a very heartfelt and poignant visit to the gravesite of those said slaves, brought some of the soil back to the school that the slaves built, and gave it to his high school coach and some of the students there as a keepsake, and kept some for himself. A young man that's very culturally aware of where he fits in the big picture. Washington with the catch and the run for the first down.
You know, Mark, part of that story that's so impactful is it all stems from his parents.
Right.
Right. They've been planning this. They had the Breakfast Club workouts that everybody heard about at the Heisman. And if you didn't, this kid was, 10, 11, 12 years old, getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, working out, had a nutritionist, had a personal coach, a mental coach. Everything he's done in his life has been prepared him to be in this moment, and he's maximizing that.
On the block, the jargon is block excellence.
False start, offense, 76. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And Caleb Williams certainly has it.
And it just goes to show you that we talked about Tyjae Spears and how his family supported him, and Caleb Williams and how his family supports him. It's okay to have a plan. It's okay to dream big. Reach for the stars, and if you don't make it, you land amongst the clouds. All the cliches you can possibly think, but there's no substitute for hard work. And you're seeing his hard work and the hard work of all these players that are playing well on the field today.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Gain of a few yards by Austin Jones. Lincoln Riley actually told me he remembered the home visit that he made when he was recruiting Caleb Williams to Oklahoma, and how mom and dad covered every single detail. They asked about every minute variable, what the deviation might be each way. Think about the fact that he went to Oklahoma knowing that Spencer Rattler was going to be number one, right?
Yeah,
at the time.
Yeah.
Didn't matter to him. 2nd and 13. Little receiver screen complete to Washington. Out there spinning like a DJ and making music on that secondary. First down to the 42-yard line. A 17-yard gain by Taj Washington.
It just makes it so easy for the quarterback when you can throw a ball at 1 or no yards and your receiver goes out there, does a couple spin cycles, and turns it into 17. Taj Washington is out there looking real presidential right now.
A score here would really put the Green Wave in a deep hole. Malik Brown in the backfield.
And you've noticed USC is really milking the clock now. They're not just going pedal to the metal all the time.
Changing gears as Brown does here, trying to get to the edge. And they string it out. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Lance Robinson there, the all-conference performer.
And you see, you talked about the Green Wave. They're not laying down.
Right. 4
guys running to the football right there, out of bounds. Like I said, they're doing all the effort plays. When we talked to Coach Willie Fritz, he said this is a team that's got to do it right all the time. We know that our talent and what we have here is we're going to stress to our players. We're going to make that diving play on the floor like Dennis Rodman would for the Bills.
Right.
I mean, for the Bulls. That's what they are doing right now, and I love to see that effort from them.
They're going to hand it off to Austin Jones. And Jones is going to pick up 3, brought down at about the 41. 3rd down coming up. And about 7 to go.
Coach Willie Fritz says we go 1-0 every week. That is the goal. Yep. Preparation and execution. Right here, 3rd and 7. They got to try to go 1-0 on this play to get themselves an opportunity to go and get back in this game.
Yeah, Michael Pratt anxious to take the field again. But he's been on the sidelines for the majority of the game as Trojans have dominated time of possession. Here we go, 3rd and 7. Blitz coming. Got rid of it quickly. And that's why he's a Heisman Trophy winner. Bynum with the reception at the other end.
I feel like every other big moment, they're just rolling Caleb Williams out, giving him run pass options. And right here, hits that 4th step, 5th step, boom, puts it on the money, Terrell Bynum. And they're spreading the ball out to so many different guys. It's really hard to just key in on one single guy. 448 passing yards today for Caleb Williams. Yeah, he really is magic, man, isn't he?
Yeah. Gucci. He's Gucci. 1st and 10.
Timeout, USC, the first of the half.
Got 2 remaining. 5:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Half we expect Williams to be wearing a Louis Vuitton robe and Gucci slides in the locker room after the game. And he's been on the 1s and 2s today. Oh, Robert Griffin III? Oh, yeah. Get it, Rob. Don't forget, coming up next, the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential. Number 11 Penn State against number 8 Utah. Team that vanquished this USC squad in the Pac-12 championship game. Handoff to Austin Jones, brought down by Patrick Jenkins. And Robert, you pointed it out. It was duly noted that they've slowed it down a little bit, right? USC and been very methodical here.
The first of the half.
And Tulane has noticed they call a timeout here with 5:16 to go. Let's go down to Q.
Well, a valued member of the Tulane football family would not miss this game, and that is Devin Walker. He was a safety 10 years ago, back in 2012. Started on as a walk-on, worked his way into the starting lineup. In September of 2012, he collided with a teammate in a game and injured his C4 vertebrae, paralyzed from the neck down. Came back to school in 2014, graduated with a degree in cell and molecular biology. He continues to pursue a master's in neuroscience. He's here today in the front row. And what a great example about how our lives are not defined as much by the events or the occurrences, but more so by our reactions.
Wow.
And his indomitable spirit. He wouldn't miss this game, the biggest in Tulane history since, what, the late 1930s. Devin Walker.
Amazing, Q. Simply amazing. Pass complete to Jackson, who made the catch. A real triumph of the human spirit. When you think about that young man's journey.
Timeout, Tulane.
Molecular biology.
30-second timeout.
There's a guy that can tutor me when I decide to go back to school.
Oh, no doubt about it. Molecular biology. I don't even want to know what they're studying over there.
Well, it's week 17, and we have a big AFC Monday night football matchup for you. Josh Allen and the 12-3 Bills take on Joe Burrow and the 11-4 Bengals. 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific on ESPN, ABC, ESPN2, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus. Our coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown on ESPN2 at 7 o'clock. .5:14 to go, 3rd and 9 coming up. And now for today's Capital One rewarding performance, it's Caleb Williams. Surprise, surprise.
I mean, the guy's been doing everything. You see the sidearm slings. He's been spreading the ball around on the run, using his athleticism, showing you that hamstring is just A-OK. And then he just throws frozen ropes 30, 40, 50 yards down the football field. You can call him whatever you want. Superman, right. Heisman. One thing he does every time he's on the field is create magic.
3rd and 9. That pass is going to be caught but short. Mario Williams making the catch about 4 yards shy of the first down. The margin is 12 with about 5 minutes to go. And to think that, when this game began, we were still a little bit unsure as to whether he would play or how much he would play or what he would be moving like. No questions.
Yeah, he's put all that, put that all to bed. And I'm more than sure the Tulane fans here in Tulane defense wish he wasn't playing.
Yeah, I tell you what, I remember the USC days when James Conn was walking around the practice facility there in Los Angeles and Snoop Dogg was hanging around. The glory days feel like they're coming back for the Trojans. That field goal good by Lynch from 43 yards out with 4.5 minutes to go. 15-point lead.
And we thought, how is USC going to respond to just barely missing the college football playoff? Well, you got your answer. 45, and they're looking to win this Cotton Bowl. We get back.
Welcome back to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Edition number 87. And Caleb Williams writing a heck of a script and screenplay. Take it back to Hollywood. 36 of 50 passing. 460 yards and 5 touchdowns. On the return, Lawrence Keys finally pushed out of bounds. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Michael Pratt. 4:23 to go. Don't forget the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential coming up next right after this one. Penn State against Utah.
So now when you look at Tulane and, you know, what can they do moving forward? Look, Michael Pratt only has 10 pass attempts so far in this game. 10. They've got 293 yards rushing. So whatever way they can get it done, big plays, running the ball or throwing the football, they got to get the ball down the field quickly in a hurry. They're down by 2 scores. This game's not quite over, and Tulane has the playmakers to make it happen.
Got to get to work quickly here. Pratt fires. Complete over the middle. There it is. Deuce Watts. Deuce on the loose. One guy to beat. Finally tripped up. 3 yards away from a quick response. Covington swiped at him and tripped him up.
You see him right here working in the slot. Takes the catch. Look at him get his legs up. It's like, oh, he can make it. Oh, my goodness. He just comes up a little bit short, but big-time play right on cue.
59 yards in all. And there it is. Spears with the touchdown. They came right back in 2 plays with an answer. A resounding one.
My, oh, my. Look at that reaction from the USC fans and the excitement from the Tulane fans. Tajay Spears right up the middle. He fumbled last time he carried it. This time he protects the football. And he puts Tulane back in this bad boy. We got a game, man. Wow, we got a game.
His 4th rushing touchdown of the day. Look at that. They only used 23 seconds on the clock and got a touchdown score. The margin is at 8. It's a 1-score game with 4:07 to go. Thus, this next series offensively vitally important for the Trojans. Yeah, that's what Trojan Nation is thinking right now. How big is this next possession for USC?
Yeah, I mean, you could honestly say this could be the possession that decides the game, but there's 4 minutes left, and we've seen crazier things happen. The end of this game, the score could be 60-61. You never know. It's college football for you. But if you're USC, you want to get the momentum quickly right back. It's about how you answer in this situation, because you don't want to let Tulane bring Mardi Gras to the Plains. You don't want to let them do it. I'm telling you, it'll get crazy out there.
Let's see where they spot this at the 1-yard line. 1st and 10. 99 yards away. He did signal for the fair catch, but couldn't corral it. Daquan Jackson. So 99 yards away, pinned deep. Mario Williams.
Yeah, and so we talked about, hey, Deuce Watts, he's in the slot. He's going to run a slant. And when it's one-on-one, and Michael Pratt is saying to himself, I'm taking the deuce every single time. Deuce Watts, he's got 8 touchdowns on the year. They haven't thrown it a bunch today, but that play right there, they need more of those. And that drop right there on the kickoff by Mario Williams, huge play. Last time USC was backed up like this, it took them 3 plays to get all the way down the other side of the field. Let's see what happens this time. They're going to run it on 1st down.
Austin Jones Got back to the line of scrimmage. Dorian Williams, number 2, bowing up on the play. Here's the critical drop a moment ago.
Man. Going for the fair catch. Didn't quite look it in. Now they're backed up in their own territory.
2nd and 10 coming up. Just a one-score game. The Green Wave with just one timeout remaining. Oh, we're going to have a safety. Jenkins with the tackle, and it's a safety, and they'll get the football on the kick. What a cataclysmic turn in favor of the Green Wave. Tulane will get the football as well. Look at this.
Yes, you're going to see Patrick Jenkins right there come across the formation and make the play in the end zone, letting them know, I'm your daddy now. Let's go with the safety right there for the defense. Tulane, the Green Wave, it's off the hinges. This game is out of control.
Look at the reaction of Willie Fritz. Robert, I got to ask you, was that an RPO? Because it looked like Williams hesitated before he gave it to him. Was he going to pull it out?
I just think that USC wasn't trying to get cute there.
Okay.
Right? You're backed up in your own territory. In the previous drive when they were backed up, they ran the ball, got a little bit of a cushion, and then threw a shot down the field. I think they were really just trying to get the ball out of their own area, and the offensive line allowed Patrick Jenkins to go all the way across and penetrate with authority.
Q. .320 to go. Green Wave will have possession of the football. And the Trojans with Key on the return. It's gone to the 34. The Trojans will rely on its defense. Let's go down to Q.
Willie Fritz has been coaching college football for 30 years, but there was a time that he was a player himself for Pittsburgh State. Back in 1981, he was a defensive back with a mohawk you can't beat. And guys who wear mohawks like that, they don't quit. And that's what's on display right now.
His players see that on his office wall when they come in to visit.
Yeah, this game being off the hinges doesn't bother that man at all. See that look on his eyes?
Yeah. They scored in 2 plays the last time they had the football. Spears in the backfield beside Michael Pratt. And he's sacked back at the 21-yard line by Tulane. The defensive player of the year in the Pac-12 with one of the biggest defensive plays of the day for the Trojans.
You're going to see him there right off the edge. Tuli Pelotu, 12.5 sacks on the year, FBS leader. And when you're behind and he gets to pin his ears back and go forward, that man is dangerous.
First team All-American as well, 2nd and 23. Spears between the tackles, stays on his feet and got back a good chunk of that yardage. Man, is he a talented guy. Got 12 yards on that scamper. It'll be 3rd down and long coming up. They've got 1 timeout remaining. USC has 2.
I don't know if they'll do it here, but I wouldn't be afraid to run the football again. If you're going to go for it on 4th down, at least get it manageable. Put the ball in the hands of your best player.
Pratt almost got sacked on the run. Oh. Nice straight arm. Put it on the ground, but he was down. He hit the turf. Nick Figueroa in hot pursuit. 5-yard gain on the play. It's 4th down coming up.
And Mark, this is a big moment. When we talked to his offensive coordinator, Jim Swoboda, he said, Michael Pratt is a competitor. He wants the ball in his hands in crucial moments of the game. What more crucial moment is there than 4th and 6? with a minute left in the game. They need this. They need it. What is Michael Pratt going to do?
Need a play here if you're Tulane. Pratt going to take out his do-it-yourself kit and picks up the first down. They stay alive and move the chains. An 8-yard gain for Michael Pratt.
Well, I said he wants the ball in his hands in the most crucial points of the game. So what did he do? He took it into his own hands. Like you said, he took out your do-it-yourself kit, put his shoulder down, let his team know he's going to put him on his back to get that first down.
And the Green Wave called
timeout. Tulane. Their third and final.
Their final timeout of the ball game with 1:08 to play. Michael Pratt looked like he was cut or got hit. Hey, don't forget to tune into the Ram Trucks postgame directly following the game. What a thrilling finish, and a helpless-looking Caleb Williams on the sidelines looking towards the heavens for another opportunity, perhaps. I'm not sure he's going to get one with just 1:08 to go and his defense on the field. Boy, Robert, this is why college football is so unique and so wonderful, right?
Yeah,
games like this.
You just don't know what to expect, ever. Expect the unexpected when it comes to college football. And I just love the way this game has gone back and forth. Tulane's been down by 14 at times. USC seems like they've been in complete control. And now all of a sudden, Michael Pratt and Tajay Spears are saying, the Green Wave, we're not going away.
No timeouts remaining for Tulane. Only a touchdown will do. Pratt, nowhere to go. And he's going to be brought down to the 42 by Figueroa, the academic All-American. And the clock running. They're out of timeouts, Tulane. From the 42, it's 2nd and 14. Pratt gets rid of it quickly, complete. Stops the clock with 38 seconds to go. A 4-yard pickup to his tight end, Reggie Brown.
Right now, USC is playing some man coverage on the back end. I know Michael Pratt doesn't have a lot of throws, especially throws down the field today. He's going to have to take a shot on the outside. Yeah. They need big completions here with 38 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts.
Nail-biting time. Pratt batted down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Under a frenetic and fierce rush by that Trojan front.
You're really going
4th and 10.
Incomplete pass, 4th down.
They brought some smoke.
Yes, they did. Michael Pratt's in the pocket. Looks like he's going towards his tight end, right across the middle. Oh, not gonna lie, guys. The fact that got knocked down probably saved an interception. Sometimes a quarterback, it's okay to be lucky.
Williams summoning the football gods on the sidelines at 4th and 10.
The game clock to 34 seconds, 3-4.
They're going to put 3 more seconds back on the clock.
You.
If you're USC here, you want to play coverage, but you got to make sure you have somebody watching Michael Pratt. He's been scrambling the entire game. That's where they've been getting a lot of their yardage. Make sure someone is spying him, watching him if they don't bring pressure so that he cannot scramble to get this first down.
Watts is their big play receiver. He and Wyatt. Pratt delivers, first down, Bowman, and they're alive with 25 seconds to go, no timeouts, a 24-yard pickup.
Michael Pratt just pulled a Caleb Williams, used his legs to create, kept his eyes down the field, and got a completion down the middle.
He spikes it to stop the clock, Robert, with 22 seconds to go.
This is why you love football, not just college football, football in general.
And Lincoln Riley is irate about something on the sidelines. 2nd and 10. Keep in mind that Pratt did hit, we'll talk about this maybe on the other end, his lineman's leg on spiking the ball. On the slant! Caught! Deuce Watts! And a big hit. Afterwards, both of them are down. Bryson Shaw and Watts are both shaken up on that 23-yard pickup.
Wow. You see,
an incredible turn of events. Helmet-to-helmet contact on the tail end of that play. Let's bring in Matt Austin. Tell me about the call here.
Potential targeting.
Potential targeting, Matt Austin. Bryson Shaw, number 27, made the hit. What are your thoughts?
Well, for it to be targeting in this case, it has to be with the crown of the helmet. He's caught the ball. He's transitioned into a runner, so he's not a defenseless player. Helmet-to-helmet contact in and of itself is not a foul. But if he lowered his head and got him with the crown, then it would be targeting, and that looks like what you got here.
So you think it's targeting then?
I do.
He's not defenseless because he started to run, as you pointed out. But boy, you could feel that hit, Robert.
Yeah, I agree with Matt. It is targeting. You heard Matt talk about the defenseless player. Because he caught the ball and turned upfield, he's no longer defenseless. It's not like he's in the air in the act of the catch. But the crown of the helmet was hit. And then you see the reaction after the play. That's why we want to take the helmet out of the game. That's why some of these measures, all these rules right here that you see have been taken into place because of things like this.
Wow, they both slow to get up. Still waiting for the final call. They're still having a look at it, and you see Bryson Shaw on your right. A little wobbly coming off the field. But what a catch and run by Deuce Watts. 73-yard touchdown catch last week in the American Conference title game. He's the fastest of their receiver group. And they are having an extra protracted look at this. And it gives Tulane, who's out of timeouts, a chance to get a couple plays called here, right, Robert?
Yeah, there's a couple things going on here, right? Obviously, you're most concerned for both players on the field, making sure that they're okay. And then moving forward, now USC's defense has had a chance to rest because of this long review. Tulane's offense and their offensive coordinator, Jim Swoboda, have an opportunity to go through all their best plays that they want to run in this situation.
Let's go to Matt. Matt?
Well, with them taking this long of a look, I have a feeling that they're going to go. They're going to take off the targeting.
Here it is. The ball carrier was not defenseless, and the crown of the helmet was not used. It'll be 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Please set the game clock to 18 seconds. 1-8.
Now, what I think they must have seen there is that they thought it was more of a forehead hit than a crown. They did narrow the area of the crown. This year, they want it to be the very, very top of the helmet. So I think that's what they must have been looking at here.
All right, the nose of the football at the 6-yard line. 18 seconds to go, 1st and goal. Bryson Shaw on the sidelines. Green Wave do not have any timeouts remaining.
Got to keep the ball in the air.
Pratt, incomplete. The Bauman.
It's probably the best thing.
Couldn't squeeze it.
Mark, honestly, that's probably the best thing that could have happened.
Okay.
He throws that in the flat. Bauman's going to get caught. He's going to catch that ball. He's going to get tackled, possibly inbounds. Time could either run out. They're not going to have a chance to come back and run another play. I don't understand why you throw it short of the end zone in that situation. You got no timeouts. Now there's 12 seconds left on the clock. It's got to be a completion either near or beyond the end zone here.
Spears in the backfield. Lawrence Key split wide to the bottom of your screen. 3 receivers to the left of Pratt. 2nd and goal. Fires. Incomplete for Bauman. Incomplete. The official right there. Eric Gentry there in coverage. And it's 3rd and goal.
On the field is an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Here it is. You're going to see it right here. Pratt throws it across the middle.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Oh, that's a catch. That's a touchdown, everybody.
Oh, wow. That looked like it did not touch the ground.
That's a touchdown.
You can hear the Tulane fans cheering because they're looking at the replay on the big board above.
Here it is again. You're going to see he doesn't catch it clean, but when he goes to the ground, the ball never touches the ground. It's in between his hands, his legs, and the DB's arm.
Let's bring in Matt Austin again, our rules analyst. What's your take, Matt?
Yeah, Robert, you're exactly right. I don't see the ball touching the ground either. It is resting on both their hands. He secures it before it ever touches. I think this is going to be a touchdown.
His leg kept it from hitting the ground, and everything in our replays tells us that that's a touchdown.
You know, sometimes it helps to have a pair of McDickens for legs so that ball can't touch the ground. I'm not mad at him.
And a helpless look etched across the countenance of the Heisman Trophy winner on the other side of the field right now. Alex Bauman appeared to have his leg underneath the football. Willie Fritz's team trying to complete the biggest turnaround in FBS history with a potential win here today.
If they do call this a touchdown, this would be back-to-back games where you feel like USC's defense, not just feel, but actually their defense has let their team down.
Still waiting for the call. Ooh. Thousands of judges here. Here's the call.
After further review, the ball did not touch the ground. It's completed pass. Please set the game clock to 9 seconds. 9 seconds.
It's a tie game. This is for the lead and a potential win. The green wave, a tidal wave late in the game with a comeback for the ages. Tulane has its first lead of the day.
Right now, New Orleans is all about the Pelicans and all about the green wave. Oh, man.
One of the most storied comebacks in school history. Michael Pratt alchemizing what looked like a dire situation into one of the best comebacks we've seen this year in college football. And stunned Trojan fans in his wake.
If Tulane can hold on, 9 seconds left in this game, they're going to be doing the hot boy Ronald dance in the locker room. Hey, and that has nothing to do with Ronald McDonald for any analysts or play-by-play guys out there that may have gotten that wrong. We're not going to say any names.
No, not me.
But
I'm on the block, baby. I'm on the corner.
We know. We already know what it is.
9 seconds to go. USC gets down quickly. They got 7 seconds to operate. They've got 2 timeouts, but you're looking at something that would be beyond miraculous at this point. That is the Heisman Trophy winner, though.
He is the magic man. But it's going to take a whole lot of more magic from everybody else on the field to pull out a win here.
It's going to take some magical and miraculous handiwork, some real prestidigitation to fool the defense right now and get into the end zone.
Everybody just opened up their dictionary after that word.
Williams downfield. Incomplete with 2 seconds to go. Wow. Intended for Mario Williams. Green Wave hadn't led until that extra point with just seconds to go. Last year, that guy's team only won 2 games. One chance for Caleb Williams. They're going to try a bunch of laterals here. Still on his feet. Still alive. Not advancing the ball a whole lot. And that might be it. It's over. Tulane wins. Welcome to the Ram Trucks postgame. Where the Green Wave have defeated the Trojans. Let's go downstairs to Quinn, who's with Willie Fritz.
Coach, congratulations. What just happened?
I'm not sure. No, great job, I thought, by the coaches. It's a hell of a play. We were debating whether or not the onside kick. The book kind of told us it was slightly towards kicking it deep. Obviously, it was great that we got it on the 1 and got the safety. And in the offense, you know, we haven't had a whole lot of 2-minute situations like that since the Houston game, and they executed it to perfection.
How do you best describe the big picture, the turnaround from 2 wins now to 12, the biggest in FBS history?
Well, you know, just good quality kids. They've worked hard.
It's a little more than that. There's some good quality coaches as well.
I don't know about that.
What is your reaction to this win, Coach?
Well, we're excited. It's a huge win for Tulane. This is big, you know. This program has had some success at times, but you know, it's big for the university, the city, you know, and obviously our football program.
You're not much for hyperbole, Coach. This was something else.
Well, it was something it was. I about had a heart attack.
Mark.
Coach Fritz, a monument to modesty. He did a fantastic coaching job this year and sends USC home with its 2nd consecutive defeat. What an ending here on January 2nd, a day that will go down as one of the best in school history in terms of football for the Green Wave. Robert, some final thoughts on how it ended.
Yeah, you know, there's a quote that says expectation without effort is called entitlement. And I thought we saw a tremendous amount of effort from both teams out there on the field. But for Tulane to claw their way back into this game, their quarterback not even having over 20 passes in the game.
Right.
And Tyjae Spears, what an unbelievable effort by him, and Ballman with the catch at the end for the touchdown. Just incredible moment. This is why we love football. You see the reaction from the fans. You see the team storm the field. I just love football. I love my job, and I'm just blessed to call these games with you, my man, Mark Jones, and this wonderful crew.
Man, that was a great finish. Williams finishing with 5 touchdown passes, but not enough. Well, we're going to send you out to the Rose Bowl, and you can stay here on ESPN News for post-game interviews and analysis and hear from the winners. Right now, we're going to send you out to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena.